evening, everyone, and welcome to Critic Chronicles and Shadows over Baldur's Gate, our spiritual sequel to the award-winning video game Baldur's Gate 3. Just as an additional note, this has come up a couple times in previous sessions. This is just a disclaimer. This takes place after Baldur's Gate 3. So if you have not played the game, if you don't know the endings, and you would like to hold off, there are possible spoilers, so we completely get it. Go do your thing. We love the support and the love, anywho. We are also, for those who are concerned about rules, there's some like fusion between 2014 and 2024 with a slow shift into 2024 full time. So if you're wondering why some mechanics are different and others, it's fine. Also, a fun little disclaimer: it's con season, and if you're like me and you get too many things, you're going to need like a tote. So go to the Crit Chronicles merch store. And you can pick up a Crit Happens tote because, you know, why not? I'm just in a merch designing mood lately. Don't judge me. But yeah, there's a bunch of other stuff on there. If you feel like picking up some swag, by all means, go do the thing. I don't have any other burning announcements or pre-show disclaimers. So instead, I will leave it to our wonderful cast to introduce themselves.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at lauren-urban.com. And tonight, I'm playing Udazash, the Dragonborn Ranger/Rogue, who's excited to get on with going after werewolves. Because why not? I'm sure it'll be fine. This'll be fun.
Hey everybody, my name is Omega Jones, also known as Critbard. Critbard across all social media channels. My pronouns are he and they, and I play Leopold Guthmore, a very cute, sad, not really sad, just adorable illithid problem, who's excited for many things, including getting Shael. I got her name. It was not coming out. I was about to call her Whale, and that's just not it. So
somewhere in the world she's like, oh, junior high was awful.
But yeah, very excited to get things going today.
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they, and tonight I am playing Winifred Fithiak, our traumatized celestial warlock, divine soul sorcerer. We're gonna go fight a bunch of goddamn werewolves. Oh, buddy. It's gonna be great. It's gonna be fine.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw. You can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. You can find me right here playing Marcus Hellhammer, the tattoo tiefling pugilist who makes bad deals and better food. And if you think having the name Shael in middle school is bad, try being called PJ in middle school. It was not a good 2 years for me. That being said, we got bunches of punches and we're here to have a good time. So that being said, I'm going to kick it back over to Cujo.
Hi, everybody. I'm Cujo, or as I was known in junior high, Mojo Jojo. I am going to be your chronicler for this evening. True story, by the way. When last we left our intrepid heroes, the Second Chances, they had come to understand Trinity, the necromancer who had been tormenting the fields of the dead and corrupting the souls therein for her own purposes. They came to understand that she was one of the last somewhat surviving, considering she's undead, clerics of Jurgle, the god at the end of everything. She had essentially refused to give up her duties and continued to do them for centuries. But the party, after some deliberation, came to the conclusion that Trinity maybe deserved a second chance. Trinity made her services available in dismantling and ending the undead enchantments on all those that she had risen with Winifred's help. As that happened, our second chances were visited by someone who called themselves Withers, who revealed that these adventurers were to herald Tiamat's return. Withers had offered his services and had stated that when they leave this crypt, after they allowed themselves some rest, their travel to the Wood of Sharp Teeth would be essentially fast traveled so that they could save their friend Shael, who, in the grand scheme of Tiamat's revival, was the last piece, as they needed one more dragonborn or dragon-blooded sorcerer's soul with a white dragon's essence in order to free her. Party managed to find some rest, found some new fun toys, and Winifred had a conversation with her patron and finally agreed to have her memories returned to her, where she witnessed her own murder at the hands of Tremont, leader of the Black Hand, but she also witnessed her transformation into the hexblood that she is from the Eladrin child that she was. The memories were difficult and heavy, but a mystery was revealed to her. Tremont was looking for something called the Night Market when they had assaulted the Red Teeth Coven and had essentially liberated Winifred before her murder. She awoke after seeing the last memory of her champion arriving to bring her from the brink of death and leave that horrid, horrid place behind. It is here that we continue our story. Now, everybody is going to get a long rest. Is there anything that you guys wish to do while in this crypt? I assume that this is going to be the following morning when we pick our story back up, unless anybody had anything in the middle of the night that they wanted to do. Winnie. In case, you want to do.
Just listen.
We're listening. We're listening.
Listen. It's giving listen. It's giving listen by Beyonce.
Okay.
Listen.
Giving Dream Girl.
Okay. You know what? No, because I think we had determined that in spite of the horrors that have been unleashed, Winnie manages to sleep, manages to cut out that level of exhaustion that she got from helping Trinity. Because, whoa, buddy, that was a biggin'. But I do think as she wakes up, she opens her eyes, sees stone and a closed space over her head, and it's not great. There's a bit of a panic, because one of the last memories that she remembers is being trapped in that hag hut.
100%.
We were connected by the telepathic bond, but it was up to Winifred whether we experienced any of it. Did we or did we not?
I think there's a level of, I don't want to say, not shame, but a little bit of shame. And she doesn't want the others to look at her like she's broken. So I don't think she would let them see what happened.
Okay. That was mostly just to know how to approach the morning. So yeah, we wake up and I think Udazash just goes about like getting stuff ready and sees you, and basically you can just kind of tell she saw that you had a rough night, but you got to sleep. And so if you're a little panicked, she's just like, oh yeah, of course. Oh, hey, was there any of this stuff that you wanted in specific, or did you take the stuff that you already wanted? Like, but Trinity just kind of put everything into a pile.
No, I've got what I want.
Okay.
I'll be right back. And she's gonna get up and, honest to God, just kind of bolt for the door.
I'm just gonna say really quickly before things go too far or get too progressed. Leo's still asleep. Probably gonna be one of the last ones to get up, just because I think the mental prison and all those things kind of were a lot for him. Even if he doesn't want to admit that, it's still new territory. But if Winnie and Udazash are up, if they happen to look around at all at the group, they would have seen Leo in illicit form, sleep, laying down, doing the thing where your body's probably about to get up and fight like 5 minutes, but hasn't gotten up just yet. But more importantly, there would have been, for lack of a better word, a spectral variant of human Leopold standing above Leo's body just for a moment. And as you all look, that variant would look over at you and then disappear.
I think when he bolts, Udazash does the look to everybody else, because it's one of those like, someone should go after her, somebody who's better equipped to, and then sees the other Leo and has that moment of eye contact with Spectral Leo, cocks her head, vanishes. Okay, not Tim. Is gonna look over at Marcus. Is Marcus awake?
Yes, in fact, I wanted a chance to set this. So Marcus is definitely like with a small, crude cauldron making a kind of breakfast stew. It's very crude, it's very simple, but like he doesn't have a lot of ingredients, so he's just kind of like stirring. And you see he's got this giant, kind of gothic-looking book open, and he seems to be doodling something in the book, and writing. And then like once when he runs away and leaves the room, he's just kind of like look at you with his look of like, should you go? Should I go? Like, what do you? I can leave. I like, you can tell, you can see his body is, the language is very divided.
We're both having the you and Udazash will just say it. Do you want to go? We should probably not. Does she want to be alone? I don't know. Does she want to actually be alone and that's why she does the running, or should somebody go with her?
I think so. With that, I think Marcus is gonna like think about it. And he's gonna go. I think it's best we give her like 2 to 5 minutes by herself, and then one of us go after her. I think she needs a moment to breathe.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'll tell you what. Hold on. He looks at the porridge, kind of sticks his finger in there. Noisy more pepper, and puts in some pepper and just kind of stirs around really quick. And after like 2 minutes, he gets out a wooden bowl and a spoon, plops a big, thick helping down, and he goes, "She gonna need breakfast, huh? So no matter what, whoever go after her, they bring her breakfast. Okay? Spoon, bowl, Winnie.
Spoon, bowl, Winnie. Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to, you got the breakfast. You can do that.
I'll come over and take the bowl and go, spoon, bowl, Winnie. Okay, yeah, I can do that. Yeah, absolutely.
There you go. I'm gonna sit here and mind the stew, because if the thing doesn't stop being interred, it's gonna turn into a brick.
Is that a bad thing?
You like eating bricks more than me?
If they're made of oatmeal.
Hey, to each their own. I ain't gotta understand it. Just gotta cook it. And he just keeps stirring the porridge and eggs and cheese and gravy and pepper.
And it was actually kind of watch it for a second and then go, spoon, bowl, Vinny. And then she'll walk up and out in the direction. And I'm assuming Winnie didn't try to hide her tracks.
No.
So,
it's very much like need to get out, need to see this guy.
So, Udazash will very intentionally be so loud. Like, it's ridiculous how loud she's trying to be, because she's trying not to accidentally startle you. So she's like dragging her claws against the stone floor. You hear her like humming to herself, but it's tuneless. And it's very obvious she's trying to like not accidentally stealth.
And Winnie hasn't got far. Like maybe a couple of steps into the tree line. But she's sitting at the base of the tree. And sort of propped up next to her is a familiar fractal cat.
That will make Udazesh stop. Marcus gave me some food to bring to you if you wanted food or company, but I see you already have company. Did you want more company? I could bring you more company, or I could leave. Or I could leave the oatmeal, which Marcus made. I did not make the oatmeal, which probably makes it a lot better. Although I think he said that if it took too long, it will turn into a brick, which I don't think is a bad thing, but he kind of thought it was a bad thing.
You don't. You can stay if you like, Tash.
Okay, but more about what you like, but okay. And she'll come walking on over. She'll go sit on the side that doesn't have the cat and sit down and put the oatmeal next to you. Like, here you go. It's just there. And she'll just kind of sit. And she won't look at you, and she won't, like, she'll just kind of sit and, like, stare into the tree line, and there's zero expectation of anything.
What I will tell you is while you are both outside and it is morning, the plains are brighter. Things seem to be able to breathe a little bit more. It's not the oppressive, corrupted landscape around you. It's peaceful. The sun is actually out. It's a nice sight. As you were.
I just needed some air, that's all.
Okay. It was just very sudden, so figured bring you some oatmeal.
Yeah, no, thank you.
If you do want me to leave, I will leave.
Who does that?
Yeah?
The bits that you're missing, the memories.
Yeah.
I imagine it's difficult to regret what you don't know is there.
Sometimes. When I'm faced with it. Sometimes I encounter things, people who know things that I don't remember. And in those moments, sometimes. But a lot of the time, no, but I think it took a while. The stuff that I don't remember, I get to experience it all over again, so I've kind of grown to be okay with it. So most of the time, it's just kind of fun, you know? Like this oatmeal. I've had oatmeal before, I'm pretty sure. But there was probably a time I've never had oatmeal before. And maybe I've never had oatmeal several times in a row, and that's kind of fun. So most of the time, I don't regret it, but there are things that I do that other people remember. And that's when it's a little harder to not regret it. And you watch as she kind of digs into her back pocket, the secret one she keeps, and pulls out that piece of paper. And when she opens it up, she'll show it to you, and it's got 4 names on it. And she'll point them out, and she'll be like, so, I haven't thought about these people in a very long time. So, the last time I was on the material plane for this long, or I was on the material plane for a very long time, it was like 10 12, 4, 5, very many years. Lots of years. I got stuck here for a very, very long time because there were bad things happening and they didn't want me to bring it back to the Feywild. And so I was hanging out with like really cool people. And so Zalrin and Panlin and Tamaris, they were 3 of the people that I was hanging out with for years and years and years. And then she'll point to the 4th name on the list. Farness. I don't know who that is. I'm pretty sure that's probably someone in that group, but you know how the Feywild works. If they take something, they don't just take everything. They take everything around it. So I don't remember everything about hanging out with that group, but I don't know this person. But they're in the line with these other 3. So I must have spent like years with this person. So yeah, I feel a little bad. And maybe one day I'll come across the other 3 and yeah, that I will regret. And maybe one day it'll be years and I'll come across some of you and maybe I won't remember one of you. Maybe one day Gideon will show up with one of my scales and I won't remember and then I will regret. But that is the life that I lead and so I keep leading it. Does that answer your question?
I think so. Yeah. DM,
Yes.
with the memories that Winnie has gotten back, specifically with her memories of Tremont, there was something in Trinity that could be saved. It was some flicker of humanity that remained. Is there anything like that left in what she knows of Jackson Tremont?
Go ahead and give me an insight check. Just based on the horrifying memory.
26.
With a 26, you can tell when somebody is in a space where they feel like what they're doing is right and decent and good, even if the act itself is dripping with blood. There's a reason behind it. When you think about that look on Jackson Tremont's face, when you think about the spite and the venom in his words, you do not see that same quality in him. You don't see a shred of it. You see a monster.
The one who took Shael. Well, he didn't kill me outright, but had somebody else do it. We have to kill him, Zash.
This is the memory you had to remember.
I needed to know what we were dealing with. I had to be sure.
You know, just because someone is not the person who drew the bow, does that mean they are not responsible for the death? I should know. Is there regret in this knowing? Is that why you were asking me before?
My patron, I know he put the block up in my mind for a reason. I know that the burden of something like this can be heavy. And I knew the hags were bad. But now there's context. But this isn't something we can go into blind. Not with Shael's life on the line, and if Shael is on the line, that means that this whole realm is on the line.
But it is enough that Shael is on the line, and it is brave of you to go through this for her. Is this information you can give us now that then Leo can do the thing he does to block this memory again? Or do you need these memories now when we go forward?
I think I need to keep them. At least for now. And Winnie will pick up the porridge and kind of poke at it. Take a bite. And then another bite. And little by little, she'll start eating.
As you eat, you can hear the sounds of wildlife around you. And you see a bird sort of land on a nearby stone, maybe 15 feet away. This is little sparrow. And you then see an arrow land right in between the sparrow's talons. And the sparrow flies away. And you see Cora Gren approaching with a short bow.
Oh, good. Okay, I was worried I hit him that time. Okay, I'm getting better. I had to heal a couple.
And he retrieves the arrow, and you see he is equipped with some old leather armor that somehow is still usable. He is an equally old quiver with about 20 arrows or so. And he's got a short bow that looks like it's seen better days, but he's clearly been taking care of it, and he restrung it, and then he kind of turns.
Oh, I wasn't trying to hit the sparrow. That would be mean. I'm just trying to perfect. It's sort of like muscle memory, trying to remember my
Oh yeah, you got to practice. You haven't had muscles in how many months, years?
Oh, definitely years. I don't quite know yet. I only just got them like last night. And then the realization that there's so much that probably has happened out there since I've been, So, it's just a learning process.
Sure. Are you? Is it a short bow that you want, or do you want something a little bit longer?
I mean, if there is a longbow around, I wouldn't be upset about that.
Oh, I mean, with me, there's always a longbow around. And then, and then she'll start to get up, and then she'll stop, and then she'll look over at Winnie and go, "Do you need anything else?"
Just
Oh, I didn't mean to interrupt. If you guys were having a conversation, I can go. I don't want to.
No. Granite, it's all right. Zash, why don't you get him set up? I just need a little bit of fresh air.
And then she'll lean a little bit closer and fail miserably to talk softly so that Gren can't hear, and Gren will probably still be able to hear. Did you want me to send out like Marcus or Leo or someone who's better at the talking thing? Because they're much better at the talk, or someone who at least like is better.
We can go and get Marcus. I kind of get the feeling there's something there. If you want, I don't think he's doing anything right now.
Udazash is just nodding along with everything that Gren is saying. Like, nope, I get it.
And when he's kind of like stammering and confused, but like there's a little bit of a deeper color, kind of like across her nose and across her cheeks. It's fine. I'll just eat my porridge. Thank you.
Okay.
All right. Enjoy the porridge. If you need anything, we'll be right over there. And she'll gather up her stuff, and I'll bring Gren back inside. And without going into it too much, in my stuff, I do have my old longbow. So I can give him my longbow, and I do have arrows. I have 20 arrows for it. Which were the arrows that I was going to pull out when I thought that we were going into a place that wasn't going to let me do magic things. So I guess I'll keep like 2, just because Udazash knows she needs to have some non-magical arrows on her at all times. But yeah, he can have my old longbow, and he can have 18 of my arrows. And when I come in, I'll just kind of give Marcus like 2 thumbs up. And if Leo's awake, like 2 thumbs up. Like everything was fine.
Leo's like looking over like,
It's been daylight for a couple hours there, Leo. You doing okay? You catching a fever or something?
No. I don't know how long, I don't know. And he'll just slowly get up. He's a little groggish, little woozy. He's not like sick or anything, but he's just not as much energy as he probably should have. I don't know. Yesterday took a lot out of me. I'm okay though. I'm not dead. Then he will get up. And almost immediately like look over at his spot, realizing there's not hands immediately like fixing up his bed space.
Where's the book? Where's the book?
And he'll go over and start just picking things up. Is everyone okay?
Yeah. Trinity's been kind of just up, keeping watch, so she's kind of making sure nothing weird happens, but it seems actually kind of nice outside.
Okay.
Vinny's outside getting some air and some of Marcus's porridge.
David Omega.
I need more kofefe.
Yeah. I don't have that. Marcus sees her up and he says, "Oh hey there, bonjour Leo. It's good to see you up around. If you want breakfast, I got a nice breakfast porridge here. I'm keeping hot. I'm keeping it really simple. I also got some coffee percolating. Mommy, if you got a menu or a dietary restriction, I would love to know that, because I don't know how to cook for your new you. I guess.
I don't really know. I've eaten stuff that you've given me already. I've never really had any allergies growing up, though I don't really care for cilantro. I don't know if that's an allergy or it's just it tastes like soap.
It tastes like soap to you too. See, I put cilantro and things because I know I have to me, but I eat it and I'm like, it's ruining a meal with green nothingness on it. I just don't like that meat.
It tastes like soap. And you find Udazash just like reaching into her pack and pulling out a bar of soap. Cilantro tastes like soap to you? How do you even know?
Well, sometimes when you're in your bath, and all the soap suds get, and sometimes you go underneath, and sometimes the soap suds get inside your mouth. It happens sometimes.
So you mean to tell me you know what soap tastes like because you felt a compulsion? You had to eat the soap. You did.
No, just sometimes when you're like washing up your body, and sometimes you go underneath, or you're like maybe rinsing things out of your hair, or you're underneath, and then sometimes you just accidentally open your mouth and shampoo.
Look, all I know is this: me. When I was a young kid, apparently I said some things I shouldn't have been saying, and I don't know who my mama was, but I remember she put soap in my mouth one time, and that flavor never left my tongue. No, so. I'm just saying that's how I know it tastes like soap because I was forced it. I don't know about y'all.
I mean, the last time I cleaned up, it was a sand bath, and I do know what sand tastes like, and so I know the whole like getting
How do you
sanded.
bathe in sand?
Oh well, first you take off all your clothes, and then you find the really good, like clean bit of sand. We haven't really had a good beach here in a while, so I haven't really been able to do it. And then you do a lot of rolling and scrubbing, and you have to. It's very good for when you. I don't know if you shed. Do you shed? Do illithids shed? This might be a new thing you do.
No. Do you use a loofah?
What is a loofah?
It's a very fluffy thing you use to it's very comfortable actually, instead of having to use your hands. And the silk that was used for the loofahs came from Callum.
I'm sorry, you say silk for loofahs?
Oh, I looked at silk one time, but then I looked at how much it cost, and then I decided to go with just the burlap.
Yeah, see, that's what I do too. I like to go out there and get me like a rough kind of loofah, like one of those sponges that's more pores and daggers than it is, just because Marcus likes to be smooth when he gets touched. I don't know how you make silk a loofah, but I trust you.
I didn't make anything. My mother bought it, so.
I kind of want to try a whole range of loofahs now, from the silky to the like. So it can be like burlap loofah to next time when we go back to Baldur's Gate, you tell me where your mom got all of the loofahs, and I have so much money I can just spend on all the loofahs. And there's like a really good beach nearby. Yeah, we'll do all of that. I'll show you how to do it, and then that way, if your new form needs to do a sand so that you can. Because I don't know if you need to shed.
I have not shed in at least the year that I've been like this.
Oh, then you're probably fine.
Okay.
Yeah, on me, I don't. He an illithid. He ain't a snake. I don't think that's something he have to worry about him.
Oh, I never want to assume just because he doesn't have scales doesn't mean he doesn't need to shed. I don't know enough about the illithids to assume anything.
No, but brushing my teeth is very hard. You see him like lift up his tentacles, and again, just lamprey mouth.
Oh, we should get you like a round brush. Oh, can you use one of those loofahs for the mouth?
We could get one of them to like horse brushes. You know what I mean? Shit, like they thick, they strong. Put that in your mouth, using soap on that.
That's very big. I wonder if Trinity had something in like all of this stuff, because she just left all this stuff around, and Udazesh is gonna go like rummaging back through the stuff that was left there, and she's gonna pick up a rust-colored bag and go, I wonder what's in here, and she's gonna stick her hand in the rust-colored bag, and I need someone to roll me a d8.
Got it.
Screaming.
8.
Oh no.
Oh, what is it? What madness have we unfurled?
Oh wait, I think I thought you said loofahs can sometimes be like soft. Wait, I think I found. Oh, this is a big one. And as she pulls her hand out, fur just keeps coming and coming and coming and coming. As she pulls a brown bear out of the bag.
No, she does not.
You rolled an 8. And now there's just a brown bear saying, "Oh, how did you come out of the bag?"
Mortimer, can you put that back in there? I don't think we need that walking around.
What in the sweet fuck is going on down here?
I just pulled a bear out of this bag.
Why is that a bear? And you see him like hold up his hands and gets a little warbling, like heat wave type of vibes are like forming. This is why I need awaken.
I'm gonna cast Speak with Animals and be like, "Hi, how did you end up in the bag?"
It looked comfy and I decided to climb in.
Well,
It was
that makes.
raining and then I kept climbing in and I got lost.
Oh, that must mean it's a very big. I'll look at everybody. This is one of those bags where it's bigger on the inside than it is on the outside. He said he got, it was comfy and he just wanted to climb on in.
Zash,
Yeah.
do you mind guiding our fuzzy new friend outside?
Like,
Um,
put him back in the bag, mon ami. I don't think he's really safe in this camp.
Well, okay, well I'll take him outside to get a stretch or something. So, do you have a name?
Mom.
You are a mom? Is okay.
No. I don't remember. I've been sleeping a long time.
Chat, what's the name?
Well, while chat
What's his name,
remembers
chat?
what your name is, I'll bring you outside and I'm gonna bring the bag to it. I wonder what else is in the bag, and I will bring the bear. I can't believe you rolled an 8.
Like I just.
The creature
The
was
bear
okay,
just sort of lumbers.
so. The creature's friendly to you and your allies, and it acts immediately after your turn on the initiative count. So if we get into a battle, which I'm sure we're not going to get into any kind of battles, yep. How long does the bear last?
Okay.
The bear.
I've been asked that before.
Oh my god.
Magic that transforms.
I'm staying out of this conversation.
That block. The
I'm
creature
staying out of this
vanishes.
conversation.
The creature
Joseph.
vanishes at the next dawn or when it is reduced to 0 hit points. Gang, I have a bear. Gang,
You
you
have a
come
bear?
out. I'm just going to tell you right now. Whenever you're done, you come outside and Udazash is riding this bear, like shooting like she's doing,
my God.
what is it when you're on a horse and you do horse archery, except she's on a bear.
Dressage?
Look, yeah.
Oh God, yes.
Look, everybody, I'm shooting while on a bear. I am on a bear. You need to know that I am on a bear.
See, where I come from, we have a brand of music that we find is a lifestyle, something that like punch up all of life for us. We call that metal. And what you have just done with this bear is probably the most metal thing I've ever seen in me.
I'm so excited.
You see, he's like shaking his butt a little bit as you're riding him. He's having fun.
And yeah, we have a brown bear now
You have a brown bear.
until the next dawn.
So, bear aside, what is our plan?
It sounds like our way is going to be clear. At the very least, it'll be a quick travel.
Okay.
I can tell you all for certain that Jackson Tremont, the bastard who took Shael, is dangerous. He is sadistic. He is cruel. He is spiteful. If we don't kill him, he'll kill us first. Or Shael. If he hasn't already.
All right then. Sounds to me like we got our marching orders, us. We find this Tremont, we fight him, we kill him, we get Shael back, us, and we get the hell out of this forest. Does that sound like that works for y'all?
And he looks at Winnie. Again, there's I dare not say monster, but there's a very non-human person looking at Winnie, and the look has layers of less concern, but more trying to find certainty. This is someone who can't be redeemed, correct? I'm not used to just, see, we go over here and kill this person. But
Winnie looks up at Leo. And there is something cold and hard behind her eyes. He had one of his men drive a sword through my back. Left me to puddle my own blood. He smiled while he did it. So no, Leo, I don't think this is the kind of person you save. I think this is the kind of person you stop. And Leo, you can tell that she doesn't take joy in this knowledge.
mm-hmm.
But even for as afraid of this man as she is, she can't let him do this to other people. She can't let him keep hurting other people for his own spiteful gain. She won't.
Okay. He takes that in. He's good at reading on people, emotions, especially in this new state. It's almost the first thing you can get on someone. And seeing that. Okay, then we should head out.
Before we do, in a way, this makes things easier because we were thinking we were going to need to talk to him to figure out why he wanted Winnie. At this point, we can just go on in and get Shael no matter what we have to do. But Winnie, if he thought you were dead and then now he knows you're alive, does he just want to kill you again? What does he want with you?
Before he did it, he was asking questions about something called the night market. He he came through the coven with the red teeth and slaughtered everybody, and then he dragged me out and he was asking about the night market and where it was, and I didn't know, so he killed me.
So he thinks you might know where it is now?
Or at the very least, he doesn't like it when his quarry comes back to life.
Shot in the dark, but we'll see. The fact that they took the Shael from El Terrell means those people were in town in some way, shape, or form. Also, the people that they ran into before Leo got with them, meaning there's been a little bit of whatever. With that being said, have I ever heard any whispers of a night market while I was doing rogue shit?
Make me a history check.
Why am I scrolling over here? Funnily enough, when I switched to this, I no longer have proficiency in history.
I want to try to help. I'm trying to figure out what Udazash could do in this moment to help.
Udazash, make me a history check as well.
Okay.
21.
It's a natural 20 for a 20.
Screaming.
Which makes sense considering Udazash knows what the night market is.
Oh.
Well, you know what's great about metal dice is
I'm so sorry.
no, it's fine. No, it's cool. The Chronicle, I opened and slapped one of them and landed on my toe knuckle. Yay!
Keep
That's
saying
harsh.
boy.
That's so harsh.
Yikes.
So, we'll start with Leo. With a 21, you've heard of some markets mentioned in the city of Elturel. Mainly, obviously, there's the standard market that everybody sort of talks about in the city, but for something like that, something that is sought after, something with that moniker, you've heard of a couple of markets that maybe sell not standard fare, but the night market specifically, that kind of comes up blank. It's not been mentioned in Elturel. Utazash remembers what is in the night market. When you hear night market, Utazash, a memory pops into your head. A memory that you have not had in some time. The night market is a gathering in the unseelie part of the Feywild, where only Mab's chosen are allowed to come, because it holds knowledge of a great many things. History that has long been forgotten, the dreams of the divine, secret hidden power that exists in the Feywild, in the material plane. But this memory was very specific for you, because Mab told you to kill someone in the night market, because they wanted a secret that nobody should have. And that is how to kill Mab.
Do I remember who I was sent to kill and how successful I was?
Huh. Can I have to throw together an NPC here? Hold on. Let me make my brain. Let me cook. Hold on.
Hey,
Normally I stall and be like, the night market was mysterious and dark. And in my head, I'm like, fuck.
Okay.
I'm going to say that it was an elf. A high elf. Now, high elves typically, and elves sort of in general, have very fair, beautiful features. Their hair, specifically, is always shining brightly, whether it is blonde or, for those wood elves, a beautiful copper rust color. This elf had long, black hair. Their skin was very pale. Their eyes were jet black. You would identify this elf as a Shadar Kai, one that exists in the Shadowfell. And while you may not have gotten specific information on who sent him or how he was invited to the night market, you do know with 100% certainty that that elf does not breathe air today. You fulfilled your mission quite handily.
Okay.
I don't have a name offhand, but that's
Okay.
what you can gather.
There's Udazesh has this weird back and forth and where she has that moment of pride of, yeah, I got that person. Like she still feels that pride in a job well done, even if the circumstances might have changed of who she works for. But she finally kind of shakes it off and sees Leo thinking hard and sees Winnie pondering this and finally asks, wait, do none of you know what the night market is?
Mon ami, I'm from hell. I don't know what most markets are.
Once again, I do not assume that just because you are from a certain place or do something like, you are a learned person who reads a lot of books. Maybe you've read about it. I mean, it's very secret, but that doesn't mean you don't know about it.
I mean, you know what? That's fair, and that's on me for thinking that they, it's. I appreciate you not assuming about me. I appreciate that about you.
But that's a no. Winnie?
No. That's why I ended up where I did.
But not since. Then Leo, you do not. Okay, you don't know what the night market is.
No, they had a really nice farmers market. And it was only open from like when sun was down until the sun started to come up, and they sold really good asparagus. But no, not really. Sorry.
No, that's okay. You don't have to apologize. Well, this night market is a lot the same way. It is only open for certain times. And
Do they have asparagus?
I've not seen asparagus, but they do have some farmers there that have some really, really excellent food. But it is very, very hard to get in. You have to be invited. And mostly you have to be invited by people from Queen Mab's court. It is in the Feywild. And it's kind of a really exciting, dangerous, very dark, very cool place. I went there a lot looking for people to kill, people to talk to find out people I was killing, really good food that was probably poisoned. Yeah, all that kind of stuff. There's a lot of information there. There's lots of really dangerous people there. It's a very, very, very dangerous place. And like most dangerous places, has a lot of very, very dangerous information and people looking for dangerous information. And she finally kind of settles back on Winnie and would be a place that someone would go if they were looking for information about getting out of a curse from a fae that they've already killed.
The idea of a man like Tremont finding knowledge in a place like that. No. No, we need to go. We need to go.
All right.
Agreed.
And just to clarify, because we've been talking about the night market for about like 5 minutes, we're talking about going to find Tremont and giving him a little killing.
Yes.
Okay, good. I just want to make sure, because if we're going to night market,
I don't know if that can be something that can be designated as a little, but yes, I think we are on the I believe yes. We will go and we will handle and put them into a ground in which they cannot wake up.
There you go.
You all have a lot of euphemisms for kill.
Yeah, typically you just sort of shoot them in the head with an arrow and then they stop moving.
Okay, can we not like normalize killing though? Like
No, it's not normal. It's still a little messed up, but
Yeah. Look,
But you are right that we should go.
Yeah. Okay. Well, first things first. First thing we gotta do is we can't go out there with an empty stomach. So get over here. Get your breakfast. Get your coffees. Get your juice. Get your morning pastries. Get what you need. Eat it, and then when you're good and ready, we gonna leave. Okay.
Okay. I will grab a bowl for Clarence. No, wait, I called that the horse.
Clarence is
What
one
are
of
we
the
gonna
horses,
call
yeah.
what are we gonna call the brown bear outside? He doesn't have a name, and he doesn't remember his name. Apparently, he was just born this morning.
I don't know. What about Boris? That's a name you give a bear. Boris.
Boris is wild. But I'm not mad at it either.
And cut to. And I will. Just to be clear, yes, Udazesh will be riding the bear, which does have a move speed of 40 feet, and can carry a medium-sized humanoid.
Dope.
So.
I've already got him pulled up.
Oh yeah, he's in my extras. I will take care of him.
I just want to say, as someone who listens to way too much power metal, I don't know the gift. I don't think you understand the gift you gave me. The mental image of a dragon with a war bow riding a bear into combat. That is like hat on hat on hat on hat. That is glorious.
Hey, you rolled the D8, my friend. It's the teamwork makes the dream work. I mean, if you had rolled differently, I'd have a rat. No riding a rat into battle, but then we'd have a rat army. It'd be great.
That would be pretty good.
Mm-hmm.
All right.
Speaking of, Barnabas is absolutely on my shoulder.
Excellent.
Probably has like a small little thimble of like juice and just.
This is good shit.
I'm happy that you like it. Be careful. I'm walking now. Start walking. Honestly, if he ever gets like left behind, honestly, if he can't like situate himself, there's just invisible hand keeping him right next to me.
And yeah, Winnie's actually got Rasputin out, and when she hops on the broom, he sort of sits on the bush end on the back, just like perched.
Maybe pawing some of the brush a little bit.
Where's Gideon when you need him?
I know.
Oh, God. Apparently now Winnie's the only one who'll fucking listen to.
Cats are like that. They're very
Yeah.
stubborn creatures.
Yep.
That's true.
Yeah.
Yep.
Listen, the fact that Uzash was able to sit next to you for any amount of time and did not get attacked by the cat, I think is a step up. So
It's mostly just like, I'm pretty sure he was just sitting there kind of like judging you. Just
listen, there was still no attacking, and Udazesh will take that as a win.
Yeah.
I like it. All right. Well, you all step out with the intent of making your way towards the Wood of Sharp Teeth. And just as Withers said, when you all take that first step, everything whirs by you as the purchase that your foot finds is in the Wood of Sharp Teeth. You are
Love that.
You are immediately surrounded by tall trees. The canopy is thick, and only small rays of the sun can make.
Are you gonna do what I think you're gonna do, CB?
Just to see if I'm gonna fucking hurl? Yeah.
Yeah, 100. Because I was
Give him
about to
that
roll the
20.
same thing. Oh my god. I was almost doing the same thing, but I was like, no, Marcus wouldn't. But I love this. Let's fucking go.
Jesus.
Oh god.
The wood lies before you. I would like to know a marching order.
So I think once we get there, the question will come up. So I know we're not necessarily trying to sneak, but are we trying to maybe get close enough to get a look before we leap?
I think that would be the way to go. I'd like.
I'm so sorry.
Depending on where they have Shael, I might be able to send Rasputin ahead. And if she's bound, he might be able to get her free. Or at the very least, seeing him, she'll know that we're nearby.
I can also try to sneak ahead and see if I can get a lay of wherever they are camped. And
Will you take him with you then?
Yeah, or we can, and Udazash will give the cat a wary look and go, or we can split up and go in different directions, whichever ever Rasputin would prefer.
No. We-
I'm, when
You see
he
just-
looks at Rasputin, you listen to Udazash now.
Sorry.
You listen, you go with her. You understand me?
Screaming. Really quickly, one, I meant to ask you offline, but it's okay. So the telepathic connection ability that I have as a scion, it's great. I love everything about it. However, it lasts so little. It only lasts up to my character level. And it's almost them saying you don't need Ray's telepathic bond. You can have this, but Ray's telepathic bond is an hour. If I spend an additional psionic die, could I extend it to the hour?
Yeah, that's fine.
Cool. I appreciate that. Can I was like that? No. Great. Then as his stuff is planning, he'll just say, "Let me." And he's gonna close his eyes, but realize he doesn't really need to. As he opens his eyes again, both of them are burning bright with that grayish purple tone, and that kind of warble of power surges out, just almost like glossing over you, mostly in your mind region. As I activate my telepathic connection, using 2 dice, so I'm going to go here. Blah. And I'm going to extend it to how many people can I do it? I can do that. Plus, I actually do need to still.
Quick point of order.
Great.
Do you want Cor Gren to join you?
In the stealth or the just in general.
In general.
Gotcha. I mean, he's here.
I mean, if I can be like just strategizing for just a second above table. If you want it in character, I can slip on my patois. But like, I'm thinking, if Udi, if you are going to be scouting, right? There's always strength in numbers. We don't need one scout going alone and one scout chilling back doing nothing. Why don't both of you go together? So in the event that you are compromised, you both have each other as backup, and you can run back to formation, and we can go where you tell us to go.
Okay.
Just a thought. Dope.
We don't know. I agreed on that. We don't know what fortifications they have. We don't know what power they have. We don't know if this is essentially their lair, which means it doesn't matter how high you roll stealth. They probably might know. There might be some alarms, things of that nature.
Yeah. Also, if they are werewolves and with any sort of player class ranger werewolves, that's a perception check I don't want to see happen. So get some backup, please, is what I'm saying.
Yeah, I mean, I think Udazash is going into this with like the idea of they're going to eventually know we're coming. So this is maybe an opportunity to get a little bit of information before we go on in. Like,
because we're trying to get the upper hand.
Yeah, because she also knows that Winifred took off the detect the necklace. That means that they can't detect you. So she's under the impression they know we're coming. They probably already know that we might be like right here, or might be a little freaked out because we got teleported. So she's taking the opportunity to maybe just get a little bit of information, but otherwise. Yeah. Like, she's not going to try to sneak in. She's not going to try to. There's like quick reconnaissance. So yeah, Gren, if you would like to come, absolutely.
Yeah, okay. I'm kind of itching, honestly.
Well, you should scratch that. You definitely don't want to do that when we're out like sneaking.
Oh, I meant like at the itch to join in. It's like you're excited to join in. That's what I kind of meant.
And I'm assuming Leo is going to put him in the telepathic bond?
Yeah.
Okay.
1, 2, 3, 4, myself, 5. That's all we need right now because no one else is with us. I rolled really high, so I can get more about it right now.
Okay.
Yeah. And I will say, again, it doesn't get brought up much with this character, but he looks at Udazash, and there's a level of almost that same itch that you see out of Grin, because there is a roguish side to Leo. That, funnily enough, one of my highest stats is stealth. But he will. If you go forward, what should we do? I don't want us to just wait. We should move in a way that's at least close enough to keep communication.
How far for your bond, Leo?
Not as far as I would like it to be. Probably, and he looks around and spots a tree 30 feet away. It's
Then we stay 20 feet back.
that distance.
We can't let them do anything to Shael. I know Tremont. And she hesitates to say it, the words feel bad in her mouth. Tremont needs to be put down. But Shael is the one that we need to make sure gets out of there.
Mm-hmm.
First priority, save Shael. Second priority, kill everybody else in there.
Let me look at one quick thing too. I don't know if I want to waste that slot just yet. So for now, he will look at Udazash and just say, before you go, may I? And he moves his hand towards your head.
Absolutely.
And as his hands, his two long fingers touch your temple, immediately you see Winnie and Marcus. We see both our eyes grin as well. See both of our eyes match that grayish purple color. And Udazash and anyone in the bond, you will see for a moment Leo and almost call this man Emmett. What's my crew's name? Mishka and Kellen. You see them doing those roguish activities, going through the alleys. Mishka climbing up. Kellen doing the thing where he shakes his head and just teleports forward.
Why climb? Mr. Step.
Leo parkouring, but all of that energy specifically is what gets focused on as he's going to cast Enhance Ability on Dexterity for you.
Dope.
So yeah, all of your dex checks, ability checks will have advantage.
Okay. Cool.
Just in case, some other thing, because I think you probably have some good stuff with stealth, but
yeah, I've already got advantage on stealth checks, but this will give me advantage on everything else. So
any other acrobatics,
yeah.
sleight of hand.
Gonna say no.
Just in case.
Ooh, Udazash kind of. Oh, that tickles. Thank you. She's going to lead Larry, because that's what she's named the bear, over to Marcus. Listen, you left me alone for 5 minutes with a name, and I came up with Larry.
Oh, no.
It's what happens. And she's going to, because the bear is friendly to me and my companions. So she's, Larry, follow Marcus.
Yeah.
Follow Marcus's lead. Do whatever Marcus tells you to do, okay?
Okay.
And so I'll still direct him if we get into combat, but basically for the purposes of the role playing, Larry's going to follow Marcus.
Okay.
And then just before Gren and I and Rasputin take off, I rub my hands together and she'll kind of spit into them. And then she'll go, all right, we're going to be very, 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 very hard to see. And as she says that, she'll cast Pass Without Trace.
All right. Okay. Here's what I'm gonna do.
Let's do this.
I am going to pull up the map.
Mm-hmm.
I'm the man. I'm the man.
What's new in maps? Yes, I know what's new in maps.
There's a little check mark box that you can hit that says, don't show me this again until there's new stuff.
There we go. Okay. Fixed it.
Good.
All right. So we have our group here. So we've got Udazash, Gren, and then Brain. Rasputin. All sneaking forward. So we're gonna have them all just sort of stay back here.
There's Larry. Hi.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
We're going to be so
Oh, yeah.
upset when he disappears at dawn.
All right. So
But we're
First
still
things
trying to
first.
stay close enough so I can keep in contact, but
Yeah.
letting them just be in front.
all right.
Yeah, I think 20 feet should do it. Yeah.
Yeah.
30 feet would do it because that's the end of it. That's the range. Yeah.
Yeah, well, it'll be
Okay.
like 29 feet. It'll be just on that edge.
Yeah.
And if at any point we get to like, oh, we need a little bit more range, I'll ask in the telepathic bond, I'll ask Gren to stay at like the 29-foot range, and Udazash will do a little bit more and then come back.
Okay.
So we'll try to keep that connection going.
Can
Okay.
I make a tactical suggestion to those not on the scout mission? Let's have Larry lead us by about 5 to 10 feet, because it is not uncommon for a bear to be in the forest, but it's uncommon for a tiefling, an illithid, and a hexblood to be in a forest. So Larry is a
Tiefling,
plausible.
hexblood, and an elephant walking through a forest.
Exactly.
Walk
So-
into a bar.
Larry gives us that plausible deniability buffer to either distract from the scouts or give us a buffer before we get attacked. Not like meat sponge, like again, like deception wise. I think if Larry leads by about 10 feet and we are about 10 feet behind that, that should be enough range that Leopold can still have their TK prowess up and we get a buffer. Does that make sense?
Works for me.
Heck yeah. Okay, cool. Let's go team.
All right. Well, Udazash,
Yeah.
go ahead and give me a stealth check.
All right.
I'm
Here
gonna
we
roll one
go.
for Gren.
Well, it is not the amazing one you rolled the other day while I was not here, but it is still a 36.
Well, that's okay. Because Gren got a 35.
Nice. How about Rasputin?
Oh,
Oh, I figured Rasputin is on your shoulder.
Oh, okay.
Rasputin got a 36.
I love it.
I was like,
Oh my
y'all,
God.
don't ask Rasputin to do that damn stuff. He's just gonna be like, no.
Oh, I figured he's a cat. I figured he's a cat. He's good. Okay. He can just disappear if he wants to. So, okay.
Rasputin, can you do this? Meh.
Hey, he was given specific orders by Winnie.
But he doesn't have
true.
to like it.
It's
He
true.
doesn't have to like it.
Don't forget, yeah, honestly, I mean, just because technically it was my thing. If anything, you will see that seeing that he has been relegated to scout duty, which is not his forte, you see this fractal cat just go doom 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 as it diminishes, because that's what it can do. So now it's tiny.
Complete with Mario sound effects?
Yes. It makes all dex things with advantage right now.
Awesome.
Okay.
Nice.
So it's good.
All right. So let me give you a
Udazash
little
from
bit.
the telepathic bond will look at tiny little Rasputin and go, "You are very adorable."
Meh.
I will
They're
take that as a
elected-
thank you.
They're electing
Oh.
not to speak to you in common. They just meow back.
That's okay.
So I'm going to illustrate your travel up until you get to this point on the map. Okay.
Okay.
We'll just have this sort of be the process. The group is moving forward with Gren and Udazash at the front, with Rasputin. As you all are moving through, the wood almost moves and shifts like the trees live. They breathe. The groans of the wind passing through. You can't help but wonder if that's just the wind or if some of these trees are unhappy with individuals unfamiliar walking within their forest. Eventually, you can see a very rough path sort of start to become visible, and in the distance you can see what looks like old ruins. Stone structures that have long since been destroyed, that nature has somewhat reclaimed. Vines and moss have crawled up and covered this stone. And I'm going to say it's at this point that you can start to hear something in the far distance, leading you to believe that you're coming upon where these werewolves, where the Black Hand is said to be. Now, we are going, I will ask, I'm going to reveal some of the map. I'm going to kind of leave it to you guys to manipulate your tokens as you will. Obviously, we've got Utasesh and Gren at the front. Larry was going to be 10 or 20 feet in front. But you should all have control over your tokens. Please let me know if you don't. I don't think that's a thing with D&D Beyond, like permissions or anything. But we're going to remove like this. Let me get a bigger size here.
And just to confirm, we're hearing those voices to the southwest.
There's some coming from the southwest. There's some coming from the, shut up, Omega. There are some
Wild.
coming from the northwest corner. But the largest concentration of them are from the southwest.
Okay.
I'll just go ahead and continue to reveal more and more of this map. You know what? At this point, we can just do a little bit of this. Let's see from that angle. We're going to go like that. So you can see nestled amongst the trees, some of those ruins come into view. I went with the wrong tool. There we go. As you move a little bit closer, so you guys get to like right about here. Oh, yeah, you
And
can
I
move
think-
across.
I think, yeah, Utasesh would skirt across and definitely stay in here in the tree, in the trees, in the brush.
Okay.
Incognito.
Yeah, Gren is very much following the same methodology here. Go ahead and move our spectator view.
Too
so
far,
people
too
can
far,
see.
too far, too far.
You know what? Why don't we get stealth checks as well from Leo, Winifred, Marcus, and Larry? You guys are far enough back, so it will help a little bit. You guys haven't encountered anything untoward just yet.
I will say, if we're all staying within 30 feet, Pastel Trace is within 30 feet of me. So
Well, there you go.
if the whole idea is we're staying within 30 feet.
That'll do it. Yeah.
The telepathic bond is helping us figure that out. Of like, if we're getting regular pings and we don't hear the ping, nope, we've
Mhm.
gone too far, they will get the +10.
Okay.
Barnabas is obviously helping me.
So
Yeah,
I probably
right.
would've gone this far. I would have gone over here
He's
to
like,
make sure that.
You watch that way, I look the other way.
Oh, right.
Too far. Great.
I love Barnabas so much.
31.
Okay.
36.
Fuck.
Hold
I
on,
told
so
y'all, let him do also rogue things.
You could have come if you wanted, but
I-
No,
I need to have confirmation. I have passed without a trace on, correct?
yes.
And that gives
If
me a
you're within
plus
30
10 to my roll.
Yes.
Uh-huh.
What'd you
By
roll?
the mercy of your spell, I have a 19.
Blessings.
Oh. Hey, 19's better than not.
Oh, I got to roll for Larry. Hold on.
Yeah. Because I still have that obsidian flint dragon plate on, and I have disadvantage on stealth every time I wear it.
All right, he's got a +1 to his
Something like
stealth. Oh, okay.
this.
He got a 28.
guys are invisible as you move through. Winnie, I'm just going to move you to about like here-ish. And it's here that I will reveal more of the map. Give me just 1 second.
Yeah.
Switching between tools on this is great. You're going to do this. Like that. Ish. These stone structures only really come to maybe 5 feet or so up. Obviously, other pieces of debris come, a little bit higher. There's some just scattered stones along the ground, but you can see individuals moving about, some in humanoid form, individuals with dark leather armor, with a red scarf on their person in some way, either tied around their neck like a neckerchief, either around their waist like a sash, but on all of them is almost like a brand on the leather, this piece that looks like a clawed print of some kind that is emblazoned on their armor. You can also see much taller individuals walking with a heavy step, with wolf-like forms, as some of these have remained in their hybrid form and just and they continue moving about. In the far distance, I'm going to ask everybody to make me a perception check.
Okay. That's a natural 20 for a 30. Udazash is on point today, and I say that, and now she's probably just going to roll ones, but I'm here for it.
I think my cooking has had a byproduct because I rolled a 2.
Damn.
Are you
Yeah,
farting that much that you can't focus?
I think that's the problem.
Is
I'm
the
just
bubble
like,
guts giving you
He's got
bad
gas.
vision?
I got gas. Yeah, look, that's what happens when you have gravy, cheese, eggs, oats. It's
Jeez.
it's meant to give us energy for a long time, not a good time, and that's a total of 6.
I don't have prestidigitation anymore. Help.
Oh, no.
Do you smell though?
Yeah. I'm a squid. I'm not. I don't know. Does
That's
squid
fair.
smell?
Magical squids? Sure.
Probably, yeah. Dirty 20.
15.
And I'm going to essentially give you guys an additional boost here because you guys do have that telepathic connection. If one person sees something, it's most likely they're going to call it out to everybody else and direct them. You guys can see in that northwest corner, there's a collection of stones. Stones that don't really match the ruined structure to the south. These are cleaner, even though they're still destroyed. And your heart drops because you can hear and feel a familiar energy in the air emanating from that corner. Udazash, with your natural 20, you see Shael tied up on the ground. She's saying something to another man. A man whose face, half of it looks wrong, corrupted. And in his hand is a black lantern. It is here that we are going to take a very quick break because shit is about to get crazy. So, to chat, thank you so much for tuning in. the rest of this session is going to be pretty interesting. Campaign shaping, you might think. So, we're going to take a quick bio break. You should do the same. Get a snack, get a drink, take your medicine if you haven't, stretch out your neck today, and we'll see you guys in a few minutes. Be right back, everybody. And welcome back, everyone. So, our party on break strategized and came up with a little bit of a plan. So, party, please regale us. What is the idea here?
Oh, is it me?
Wait.
I have always got to do the talking. I never am good at the talking, even if it's in my brain. But maybe because it's in my brain, it'll be faster at least. Okay, so I told you everything that's going on over there. Do a couple of us want to go around back and see if we can get around back and see what else is going on by the really ugly guy in Shael? Because I can't quite see around the corner, and there might be more people there, and also we might be able to get around back, because as much as I want to shoot him right now, right here, don't think the rest of you can hit him from here, and I've promised Winifred that I would not do rash things when I see the cage thingy.
I think it's a good idea us to work together on this. There's another angle of opportunity we can take to attack them. I think we gotta go do that then.
Wait,
Okay.
Sash.
Yes.
Ugly guy.
Yes, the really, it's a really big ugly guy. I think it's the guy that you're talking about because he's got the big part of his face that's all nasty that Gable was telling us about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's him.
Yeah, Yeah.
Fuck, he's got a lantern.
Yes.
We're going around. Come on.
Okay.
All right. Are you splitting into two groups, or is everybody going the other way?
I think no matter what, I'm gonna ask Larry to hunker here. Partially because even if people see him, he's a brown bear in a forest. And also because I think it can't hurt, at the very least, to have at least one distraction on this side of the whole thing. I don't know if anyone else wants to stay. I think it is probably a good idea, but if we all want to go, I also am not going to object. But I'm going to ask Larry to stay.
Looking at the party, such a high level spell, but here we are.
I heard something.
Listen, the people say, okay, that it's easier being, well, they don't say it at all. They say spellcasters are difficult. They hit you as you're using high level spells before things pop off. No, I don't think you would. Would you? Technically, I could. It won't be as great, but and he kind of stands very, very still for a second, and then takes a step over. But as he takes a step to the left, that kind of heat wave vibe in the outline of himself stays in that one spot. And as it begins to materialize, he casts Minor Illusion to form a very not bad, but it's not as strong as other illusory spells that he has. I could at least direct this to go with Larry. Larry?
Yes.
Okay. So if distraction's sake.
That sounds good to me.
Yeah.
Because technically the Minor Illusion can move. So I could have them walking with Larry. And it's not going to be as strong as my 5th level illusion spell. But at the very least, give more eyes off of the way we're actually going for a second.
Okay. Also, mage armor.
Yeah, that's
Yeah.
Yeah.
I am
Um,
prepping some sigils. Does anyone want a little tattoo before combat?
Can I also say that at this point, since we knew we're gonna do this, that we've at least moved back to here to do any mage armor and tattoos and stuff, because that's probably going to be more visual than anything else. So Udazash would have probably like, okay, we'll do this way, this way, this. So just so we're completely out of eye shot at this point.
out of visual. Yeah.
Yes.
What is your tattoo do again?
I have many. But the one that I can give to you all is the rune of Hutijin, which will give you resistance on all melee damage.
Resource wise, does it use things up on your end that you need for later, or is it more of a preparatory thing?
Let me double check. But most of my runes are like one use, and they come back on a short or long rest depending on the rune in question. This one lasts for 1 minute. So the idea is you put it on yourself, you invoke it as a bonus action, and then you get resistance.
Okay. I think Leo looks to any. Is it one person or multiple? Or?
Right now, his name can only work one time, more than me. So you gotta decide between one of you.
He looks at Winnie. The clear target.
Agreed.
I agree. He put a sword on you once, so he ain't gonna do it twice.
We'll see.
Yeah, we will. Give me your hand, Shael.
Winnie will hold out her hand.
He takes out that golden pen, kind of sparks, kind of puts on his tongue, and you see just flames sparking off the tip of it. And as it does, it kind of goes, all right, now it's going to be a little bit of a scratch, but you'll get over it, okay? I'm just going to start writing this on this finger. And just 2 rings, puts some sigilite magic on it, and starts engraving the rune of Hutijin on your finger.
Winnie doesn't flinch. She doesn't seem to mind the scratching. She doesn't balk in the slightest. She kind of goes a little like, she's dissociating a little.
Yeah.
Flat out, she's dissociating a little bit right now.
Makes sense.
That's
I'd say.
Yeah.
As not me. Lord knows I have not tattooed a single person, as you can tell from my bare canvas. But as someone whose character has, he sees that, he notices that, and he goes, okay. And he's definitely looking at you, checking and making sure okay. When it's all said and done, he just kind of like gently like checks your forehead, makes sure you're not too feverish, kind of holds your face in his hands for it, and he goes, okay, Shael, you're gonna be okay. It's all over.
Thank you, Marcus.
Well, you can pay me back by not dying and killing this couillon, okay?
I'll do my best.
Yeah, I know you will. So, that being said, he starts just marking tattoos on himself, like just really fast, rough, angry tattoos on his body. He goes, with that, let me know when you're ready to kick this party off. I'm ready to have a little dance, me.
Now, first, let us look around the proverbial.
Proverbial?
I just learned that word the other day, and I'm very proud of it. But even in my brain, I can't say that's correctly. We're going to look around here. We're looking over here first. But yes. Let's go.
So yeah, it sounds like we are strafing around to get behind Shael and Tremont.
Peripheral.
The word that is hard to say in this accent.
Are you trying to say proverbial?
Yes, that is the word that apparently Lauren can't say, even when Lauren is not trying to do a silly accent.
No. You
Proverbial.
10 out of 10. You're great. I got thrown by CB saying peripheral. I was like, wait, what was Lauren trying to say?
I don't know.
That's me. That's on me.
I
I'm
was
sorry.
lost.
No, that's amazing.
I got lost.
All right, let's get this bread. Let's go.
Oh my god.
Get this bread. Let's do it.
All right. As you guys are coming
we sneaking
around,
and talking. Sneaking
Yes.
and talking.
As you guys are coming
Sneaking
around,
and thinking talking.
we're just gonna do this.
And I'm gonna say that
There we
yeah,
go.
as Udazash begins to walk away, you would see Leo, almost tailing, not as fast, of course, but tailing. I think I could be useful. Also,
You're always useful.
I mean, my brain is big, but I had to get on my feet a lot in El Terrell. I'm also worried about. I don't know what these people can do, and if I wasn't able to contact Shael or things got cut off, there's some type of magic going on as well. So I should get a better look at that as well.
Makes sense.
But after you, peace.
Yep, and I'll just. Udazash is happy to have you along, and we'll continue to sneak until we're doing to sneak until we can look around the bend to see what else is there and who else is there and what our options are.
Okay. As you guys are coming around that bend, I would like to get one more stealth check from everybody, as well as a perception check.
Okay.
Stealth checks.
God bless him.
And everybody with me gets the +10 because that's still up.
You could have made him a monk, PJ. No, you had to prove a point. Make him a fighter.
Tell us when you want these numbers, because I know a lot of them are going to come at you fast and furious right now. Oh, and a book is coming out too. Ooh.
Oh, dear.
Uh-oh, someone made a 20 or a 1.
Yeah, hopefully Gren did good.
I cannot say.
Well, you're about
Oh.
to say.
Oh, no.
Look, a GM is never late or early. They always give you the bad news on time.
Okay.
All right. Gren got a 32.
For stealth.
Correct.
27.
Okay.
35.
Okay.
15.
Hey.
Oh, boy.
Can you get that book back out?
Oh! That's
You
not a
don't-
happy
You don't
face.
sound excited.
Oh, I have help, so that's the advantage.
Oh, so it's advantage. Oh.
So ultimately, it's an 18, but it is a natural 1
You rolled 2 1s?
With advantage?
twice.
Oh, no. No, baby, no.
Leo is never stealthing again.
No. We're getting over this. No, this is a learning moment. We're getting over this.
The dice have told you a story. The story is fuck you.
Never.
No. Nope. Udazash is going to fight these dice.
Oh my god.
Never
boy.
stealthing again. He's
So
like,
mad at these dice.
I'm so excited. He clearly needs. He misses the 2 keep him grounded.
No.
Oh my god. I just want to put it out there. You got a critical 1 and you said it was a total of 18?
Well, because I have a +7 to stealth and +10 from the pass.
Oh.
I just think it's funny that you rolled a critical fail and I rolled worse than you, my guy.
All right. Well,
Okay.
so those were stealth. Everybody give me perception checks next.
23.
Okay.
Oh, why? Why is it so bad?
18.
Okay.
Oh, you said yeah. Well, my dice hate me today. 7 total.
Okay.
9 total.
Okay. As you are coming around the corner, you can spot one more of those humanoid figures and also one more werewolf that are sort of idly patrolling around that part of the circular ruins. They don't seem to notice you. Things are quiet.
Now that we're a little bit closer,
Mhm.
so Tremont is rattling off the spell, the ritual. Is Shael was talking. Can we hear what she is saying now?
I'll say with your perceptions, yeah, you can hear. You don't know what you're doing. I can't keep telling you this, but if you move forward with this, you are bringing a horrible calamity to everyone here. You have to stop. And you can hear, well, might not mean much for you, but for me, a deal's a deal. She shows up. I finish this ritual. I'd say me and your cult friends are square.
Can I tell how far into the ritual he is?
I'm going to say that your prior expertise, given the Archon battle, he's close.
In the bond, I'm gonna say he's real close, and then you'll see that she's gonna grab the silver bracelet that Titania gave her. Let me try to stop it, and as Marcus would say, kick this party over.
Oh God, I'm gonna do something stupid. Does anyone mind if I do something stupid?
Do
Please.
stupid thing.
Please, this
Always.
is your party. Let's do it.
Okay. I think at that, and also hearing Tremont's voice, there's a half a second where Winnie fucking freezes. Like, blood runs cold, sweat on her brow, panic, like, clawing at her fucking throat. But then she kicks off up into the air, zips over these two fuckers, and just bellows, Tremont!
Okay, well.
I think that's all
and
clear, y'all.
And in the telepathic bond, you hear Udazash go.
I immediately use the bracelet and make him do the saving throw to maintain concentration, DC 20.
Okay.
I think she says something. I think Udazash does say something, but it's lost in Winifred's scream.
Okay.
And the metaphysical force field is surrounding anyone in the bond still. My defense mode is activated.
Okay. As we're running forward, as this all is kicking off at once, Marcus just haunches down and starts sprinting for the front lines, and he is just, his hands are glowing, and you can see smoke sizzling off as he just goes, "Oh, it's been a long time since I had a little fight d'eau. Lazare bon ton roulé!" And just starts growing into a large-sized creature as he heads to the fray.
All right. Boom.
Yes!
Boom. Congrats. You have a large-sized token finally.
Yes,
It's only episode 23, but you have a large-sized token now.
Hey, it's okay. If we can ever get to 14, I'll become huge or something around that level. So it's going to get worse.
Okay.
How close can we get when this pops off?
I leave it up to you guys. You guys were stealthed. They didn't seem to react to you.
Well, I got the 2 nat 1s, so I don't know actually how well we were stealthed.
Ah, fair point.
We started moving, and then the thing popped off, so I don't know.
Here's the thing. For those who are not Winnie, I'm going to say you guys are going to get 15 or 20 feet of movement from the position that you're at right now. Does that seem fair?
Totally.
Do I want to move?
I'll have grab
So far.
like right here.
Boom. Actually, make myself here and plug the hole.
This corpse of trees, how thick is it?
Let's see. Are you looking
To the south of me, basically.
the south? Very thick.
Okay, but still, for someone who can climb,
For
Without
someone
a
who can
problem?
climb, not a problem at all.
Excellent. I will use my 15 feet of movement and scurry like a squirrel. I gotta get a little closer here. Yeah, I'll do 5, 10. Well, I'll get to there, but yeah, I'm gonna get into these. I'm gonna get into trees because I'm a
Okay.
sharpshooter, so I don't get disadvantage anywhere.
Okay.
And I have a climb speed of 40, so I'm gonna take advantage of all of it.
It's at this point that I'm going to say the words. I need everybody to roll for initiative.
Let's do it. The bear acts on just after me, so I'll take care of.
Okay.
I'll take care of Larry. That's what I do. If I can't come up with a name, it turns into the most regular ass name. Oh, come on.
No, that's great though.
Mm.
Whenever I need a name for an NPC or a creature and I don't want to mess with that, I'm just like, Jeremy. His name is Jeremy. That's the end of it.
Bob.
All
Yeah.
right. Gren got a 24. Leo,
Nice.
what did you get? You're good. Okay. Marcus, what did you get?
17.
Okay. Udi, what did you get?
8.
Okay.
14.
14. Okay.
13.
And Winnie. Okay. Perfect. I'm going to do auto initiative for everybody else.
That's me in the corner.
Did I guess I'll ask, since my initiative was absolute crap, did the saving throw for the ritual happen?
Yes.
Okay.
Thank you so much for
Okay.
telling me that.
That
for reminding me.
helps. So it's a DC 20 concentration saving throw.
Let's see. That is a 22.
Okay.
The ritual moves on
Okay.
at
I
this
got another
point.
charge on this thing.
Because as if you guys aren't already going up against a fucking crowd of monsters, I'm going to start a turn counter. After turn 3 of initiative, the ritual will go off. So, obviously, keep messing with Tremont to do the thing. So,
I guess at this point I need to know, is the bracelet an action or a bonus action?
I'm going to say that was an action
Okay.
to use.
Okay. Because it doesn't say, so now I know. Thank you.
Got you. Okay. Up first, we've got Gren. Gren is going to... Since he essentially heard it's time, he is going to... Yeah. Gren is going to take his longbow and he is going to cast Hail of Thorns as he is going to fire. Let me see if it's... No, that's a straight shot. What is the range here? 150. Yeah. He is going to make an attack against... Actually, no. If anything, Gren is going to ensure that Marcus doesn't have much trouble with these two up at the front. So he is going to make an attack against the Blood Hunter here. Number 5. And we will see what happens. Okay. Pardon me as I flip through about 5 different windows to see what does what. That'll hit. So we got there. And then Hail of Thorns, which we're going to cast at 2nd level. So that's going to be an extra 2d10 on top of the damage. 20 plus more, so that's 24. Let's see if this Blood Hunter can escape. Okay, yeah, that is a failure. So this Blood Hunter is going to take 24 points of damage, and in the 5-foot sort of sphere, 10-foot sphere around him, thorns just like immediately spring up from where the arrow landed, right in his hip, and he is restrained. And he is going to make, I believe he gets a second attack. Yes, he does. This one's just going to be a straight up arrow shot. That one's going to miss, unfortunately. But the first one does find true, but as he fires the second one, it goes wide, and he's just like, I'm sorry, I'm still getting used to having hands and fingers.
And muscles.
And muscles. Okay. That is Gren. Up next, we have Marcus.
Okay. So, I'm going to, as I rush the front, green ring means he's restrained.
Marcus isn't
Yes.
in the initiative order.
Oh, sorry. It's because I hid small Marcus. Hold on.
I was like, where is Marcus? I was looking at it.
Where'd he go?
Hold on. Wait for it. Shit. Okay. We'll just do fucking this. There.
There we go.
Hey!
Pretend
So-
he's not there.
So, green ring means that guy is restrained.
Yes.
Okay. So you know what? We need
I
to.
was going to rename it Initiative Marcus.
I just took him and put him in a corner
Thank
because you
you.
know what? Lauren can put tiny Marcus
Thank
in a
you.
corner.
Thank you.
No one puts Iron Marcus in a corner, Shael. Anyway, so I'm going to, as I'm picking up momentum from getting big, I am going to. You see me chanting and making gestures with my hands, and there's on my throat the rune of Asmodeus begins to appear as I cast the rune of Asmodeus, which gives me a prophetic state to see the future, allows me for I believe a minute, give or take. I can grant as a reaction advantage or disadvantage as a reaction, ongoing.
Shit. That's awesome.
Nice.
Yeah, it is bananas pants. So with that, that's a bonus action to activate. I'm going to use my move action. Let's see, 30 feet. So 5, 10, 15, 20. I'm going to provoke attacks of op. F it. I got to get to the big guy. 25, 30. There.
Okay.
Yeah.
Let me do the attacks real quick. Wow, these guys are shit in the bed. Okay, so the Blood Hunter rolled a 3.
Okay.
Let me see. The werewolf only got a 12. That's probably not going to hit.
Oh, 12 is going to miss. Yeah.
Okay.
So yeah, move. I can dash as an action, correct?
Yes.
Okay. Then I'm going to do that to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
Stop right there.
Okay.
As you breach that border,
Yes.
Oh no.
a piercing, sharp sound breaks through the silence of this forest. Marcus, will a 22 hit you? Take your time.
A 22 will. I'm trying to think if I want to use my reaction to make it roll again. And since I don't know what anyone else is going to do on their turn yet, I'm going to say a 22 will hit.
Okay. I am going to make this a gut shot. Yeah, we'll do that. Is that a resource I have to use? No, it's just a maneuver. Cool. Marcus, you feel something small and sharp pierce through your large form right in the back, right above your hip. So it's all meat there, and you feel it lodge. And you remember that sound. Oh, poor Marcus. Did you get hit by something sharp? You hear a voice you haven't heard in several years come from those trees as a tiefling bearing marks of Zariel, wearing dark leathers and with a rifle aimed right at you, winks as you can hear Jack's voice coming from those trees.
I
With-
stopped. Please continue.
With this being a gut shot, I would like you to know that until you spend an action to remove the bullet, your movement speed is halved and your attacks are at disadvantage.
You did not use the new gunslinger.
I did.
It is broken.
I know.
It is broken, and I love it.
I know.
Quick question.
Quick answer.
Is this the same guy that I have residue of on a napkin in my pocket from way back in Baldur's Gate? No, is it someone different? Okay.
Mhm.
I'll even tell you as let me ask you this. So I was using that action to dash to remove the bullet. Do I need to sacrifice any of my movement, or is that not something I can do into my next turn?
You could do that on your next turn.
Okay. So as I get shot, I'm going to stumble. I feel like with all momentum, I'm going to stumble 5 feet and end my movement.
Sure.
But I'm not looking at Tremont at this point. I slowly turn, eyes wide, jaw on the floor. Damn you, Jack, I buried you once. I can't mourn a living ghost twice. Don't you fucking do this to me, man.
Sorry, buddy. Zariel's orders.
Jack, I say this as one of your best friends. I'm gonna fucking kill you. And when I'm done, I'm gonna kill them. I'm gonna kill Zariel for what she did to you.
We'll just go ahead and let you believe that. Anything else on your turn?
No, that'll end my turn. That'll end it.
Okay. All right. After Giant Marcus, it's the werewolves' turns. So, this one, E is going to move. How much? Everyone's movement. I'm pretty sure it's pretty good. Oh, only 30? Bleh. All right. We'll go. That was 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Doesn't really have too much. You know what? He's going to the werewolf unslings a longbow and goes to make a shot with its paw. It's a weird choice, wizards, letting them have a longbow. It's fine.
I think that's historically when they're in their hybrid form. That's what they have. They have ranged attacks because I don't know what that face was, but we're about to find out.
Oh no.
Well,
Yeah.
wait, which one?
Oh, it was bad for you, great for me.
Oh. Oh, speaking of which, how much damage did the gut shot do?
Thank you.
Teacher, what was my homework?
That is going to deal. Thank you guys so much for your patience. I know that there's just a lot of moving pieces to this one.
The big boss fight. It happens.
And
Yeah.
that is going to be 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay. Boom. Not too bad.
Hey, Cujo,
Yeah.
about that net 20. Silvery barbs.
Is there a range on that?
60 feet.
Yeah, that's within 60 feet. I'm just going to go ahead and just cross that out. That's fine. That's cool. I mean, it's fine. Why let the DM have a moment where he can get a one-up on the party? Love you.
I was
Wow, went from look, I got a broken gunslinger to my
Yeah, I
werewolf
know.
can't have a
My
nat
werewolf,
20.
who some reason has a bow, can't get a nat 20. I'm guessing a 9 is not going to hit Marcus.
I know. 9 will not.
Okay. The arrow flies true until Winifred quickly utters an incantation, and it's like a pebble gets thrown at it, and it just completely gets knocked off course. All right, so that was E. Let's see.
And the advantage goes to Leo.
Okay. We've got these other ones who, after hearing the gunshot and seeing Giant Marcus, are going to start moving. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30. This one's going to dash. 40. This C is also going to dash. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25.
It's like that moment in every Baldur's Gate video game when the enemy always takes their entire first turn to dash everywhere.
Yep.
Yeah.
Why do you think I'm like replaying it so I can get in the mindset of the AI of that game? 10, 15, 20.
Something tells me Cujo's AI is going to be slightly more intelligent, though, because every once in a while, the Baldur's Gate AI, it's like, what are you doing?
Yeah.
Yeah, there
What?
are times where
Every
they just
once
go
in a
all over the
while.
place.
Why are you climbing up and down a ladder 2 times on your turn?
Uh-huh.
Yeah.
20,
Mhm.
25,
It's crazy.
Shit, I already lost count. 5, 10, 15, 20, 30, 40, 60. And that is the werewolves, I believe. That is all of them. We're going to move right on down to Leo.
Important question as I move forward. You know, all this happens within 6 seconds.
Mhm.
As he moves forward, 15, 20, 20, 30. As he moves forward and sees a shot and all those things, can I see where the shot came from?
Yes. Because they are not hidden at this point.
They are not hidden. That is good. You can see that he desperately wants to get closer. But there's a lot of moving parts now. And not a lot of moving creatures, a lot of things, and seeing Marcus get in trouble, seeing these people longing to essentially jump our friend. Eyes flash immediately as he looks to a spot and holds his hands out. No. And he's going to crush his hand. And as he does, I'm so sorry, C, D, E, A, 4, and Jack to all make now they might be good at this. Strength saving throws.
Okay, here's what I'm going to do. Because I'm a fan of grouping rules, if I can. So we've got all of the werewolves right there. The blood hunter and Jack. Is that correct?
That is correct.
Okay. I'm going to make one roll for the werewolves.
Okay.
They got a 17.
Is that the total?
That is the total.
That is a fail.
Okay. I'm going to do the blood hunter next. Two ladies. Bye, lady. The blood hunter.
Thank you for the cabaret friends to get it.
Wait, did you say do it, lady?
No, I'll have to explain.
Oh.
Two ladies.
Two ladies.
That is a 9 for the blood hunter. I'm going to guess that's a
Screaming.
fail.
That's a fail. Yeah.
Now, Jack. What is Jack's saving throw? Jack got a 7.
Great. As I cast Telekinetic Crush, On a fail, they are taking 5d6 force damage and has the prone condition. You see him raise his hand, say no, boom, and throw them down to the ground.
Did you just yeet Jax out of the tree?
Yeah, was he in the tree or was he just in the?
He is
line?
100% in one of those trees.
Well, no longer in the tree now.
Yeah.
So that's 5d6.
I mean, he did what Udazash was thinking about doing, so I don't blame him.
That is going to be 11, 12, 17.
Who's
It could be more. That's math.
oh
21. 21 points for
21
force
points.
damage.
Got it.
Oh, okay.
And they are prone until they can get up.
Okay.
As a bonus action.
What is this giant green circle?
Don't worry about it.
Okay.
I'm pretty sure Winnie is looking at that new item that she picked up and wondering how to make it work.
Clear the field.
Listen, when Winnie tells me not to worry about it, I do not worry about it.
That was
I trust Winnie. If she wants to do something, I never worry. I just get excited.
I really don't think I have a good bonus action to do. Unfortunately. Actually. Let me do a thing. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Oh, this guy. Perfect. And where can I send them? Is mostly the question. As I yeet my hand and pull them. Oh wait, does purple mean slowed?
Purple means they're affected by your spell and are not prone.
I'm so sorry. Can you see my ping?
Yeah.
You see that? Yeah, no, not him. These two.
Ugh.
Mm-hmm.
So all of them were in that.
Okay.
You're welcome. Sorry.
Don't be.
And then and not that guy. Who was that? 6?
Yeah,
He's the one that's
He's got the
restrained.
hail of thorns.
Yeah.
Is he restrained specifically in the spot, or is he? If he gets moved out of the spot, he's no longer restrained.
Let me check the spell. I'm pretty sure he is restrained in that spot. Hail of Thorns. Target attacking each creature within 5 minutes of save throw. Oh, they just take the damage. I misread that. So he is not restrained, but he did just eat more damage from that. It's just a damage arrow spell.
Gotcha. No worries. That's fine. I look at him as my hand slams downward, almost like very witch-like. Actually, thinking about Winnie, you see his hand kind of move and shift over to 6, grip, and then yeet. As I'm going to attempt to telekinetic propel them. They need to make a strength save as well. I will roll.
Sounds terrifying.
This is like, this shit's scary as fuck. I love it.
Okay.
That's another 17, so it's gonna be a fail, I'm sure.
That is a fail. It says this time 5, so 30 feet. They are going to get yeeted. Literally, honestly, like dead ass, the deadest of asses. They're just gonna get yeeted that way.
Okay.
Let's go over here. So 20, 25, 30. Yeah. Or yeah. Like just yeet.
Throw him in a tree.
You know what?
Throw him
Actually,
in a
yeah.
tree.
Put him right here. Put him right here. I think because I just want him to just like yeeted into a tree. Yeah.
Wait, no. Is there a thorn bush? Is there a thorn bush?
Oh yeah. Oh, and put your dead ass, bare ass in that thorn bush.
Yeah.
I love the idea that it's combat. It's Baldur's Gate 3 combat, and it's fully multiplayer. Wait, where do we want to throw him? Oh, right in that tree. Right, like high up, so we get caught in there. Oh, wait, no, there's a thorn bush. Throw him into the fucking grapevine that we fucking hate walking into in that beginning goddamn dungeon.
Mm-hmm.
I love
the
it so
fucking
much.
twisting minds. Shit. Okay.
All right.
Well.
That is my bonus action movement.
You know what? I mean, I like to call them a Jerry.
Jerry. Is that like
Jerry
having a red
is the
shirt?
term. Jerry is the term that I give any monster or NPC or someone that just had the worst day. where just a lot of bad things happen to them at once. This guy got shot with an arrow that became thorns, and then he just gets thrown by nothing.
Yep.
So we're going to deal some damage to him. 10 points of damage, and I'm going to say with his 10 of a dexterity saving throw that he is going to be considered grappled in the tree as he is just tangled up in the branches.
Okay.
That's
done.
a Jerry. Yeah.
That's
That
me.
is a Jerry. All right. After Leo, it is Winifred. Oh, I'm sorry. I was moving. Sorry. Sorry.
Fighting over circles.
Yeah, no, it's fine. Here's the thing. You gotta be real careful with these area effect spells, my guy. Because we got friendlies on the field, and I ain't about that friendly fire life.
Mm-hmm.
I do, however, like the idea of clearing the goddamn field.
Please,
Okay.
thank you.
So, let's see. So, Circle of Death.
Mm-hmm.
Range of 150 feet.
Mm-hmm.
60-foot radius.
Yeah, that'd be it.
I believe.
Oh, you can just get Tremont in
I
there.
believe if I slap it right about there. So that's going to be a DC 19 con save for Tremont. And DEA, Blood Hunter number 4, Blood Hunter number 3, Werewolf B. And if I was being real persnickety, I'd say that you'd want to throw number 2 in there as well.
All right. I'm going to do group rolls again. We're going to start with the werewolves. This is con save, yeah?
Con save 19.
Just start rolling your damage. That was a 9.
Okay. I don't have enough D8s.
Oh no. Oh, what a problem to have. Oh no.
The blood hunters are going to succeed.
Oh, yeah.
Half damage?
Half damage.
Tremont.
Okay.
Here's the blunt truth. I can't get Tremont. I can get this bitch though, and if they're going in groups, I will absolutely silvery barbs.
Fucking son of a bitch.
And I will hand that well, technically I'm still concentrating on enhance ability. Because I haven't done anything concentration yet, so you technically still, but that's just ability checks.
If
I'll
you
give you-
want to, I can use my one around to give a disadvantage on something.
No. I'm more thinking about the advantage from silvery barbs. Does Udi get innate advantage on their attacks?
For me, yeah.
I have ways to do it. I don't get advantage from you. What I get is if you get next to something, I can still do my sneak attack. I have a couple ways, but they're roundabout ways. Now, if you give me advantage, that makes things a lot easier. But it's
Okay, go. Yeah. I was just I think the advantage that I get from casting silvery barbs, I will toss that to Udi so it's not lost.
Okay.
Because I technically still have one from Winnie because I haven't made I haven't made any rolls yet that required.
I figured just in cases you got it tucked away, boo.
Oh no, that's great. It was great.
So Winnie shoots up into the air. And I don't think the party has ever seen her this fucking angry before. This is the son of a bitch who dragged her out of her worst nightmare and threw her into another one. And now he's got her friend. So she looks him dead in the face, draws that short sword and points it. I'm not a scared little girl anymore, you son of a bitch. And then she swings her hand, and that point is where I cast Circle of Death. That is 45 necrotic damage.
ooh.
Nice. We love to see it.
So.
I'm trying to break his concentration. Full stop.
Yep.
One's still alive. All
Speaking
right, I'm
of
going to... Oh, well, actually, can I grab? Yes, I can.
I might have lost focus. Did Tremont make the saving throw on Circle of Death?
We don't know yet.
Okay. Because I need to know.
So let me grab this one. Okay. So all of the blood hunters and all of the werewolves did fail. So they ate that. Tremont got a 22. So he is going to succeed. Marcus.
I look at him and I say, I believe the lady said, today's the day you die. Roll it again. Take the lower of the two.
That is going to be 14. He is going to use a legendary save. And
Okay.
choose to succeed instead.
There it is.
So
Okay,
that
cool.
is 24 points of damage, I believe.
The
This is 45.
40,
No,
20, 22,
22.
23, 22.
22. Well,
Okay.
I round down for damage just because. Okay. Okay. 70%. The spell goes off, and you watch this roiling, this wave that messed up my throat. This wave of necrotic. Shut up. Sometimes I have throat things happen.
Hey, yo.
You watch this roiling whirl of necrotic energy, and you hear screams from all of his co-workers,
Cronies?
as cronies, mooks, all take it. One of them just screams until he curls up and shrivels and dies, but everyone else got majorly messed up. Tremont, the energy passes through him, and he you should be scared. I'm going to roll his concentration check to see if he maintains. And that is a 12 on the die. So he is going to succeed. He is going to maintain his concentration.
Shit.
That was still a beefy ass use of that spell. I want to make that abundantly clear. That was a lot of, like, even if they are smaller, that is a lot of damage that you just laid down. So they just basically got to skeleton level HP.
Yeah.
So, hell yeah.
And then bonus action, she stares at him, unblinking. There's a twitch, and she casts Hex. And that's going to be on Constitution, because fuck you.
Okay. Because fuck
'Cause
you.
fuck you.
Because fuck you.
And I will be
It
using
is-
the Hex magic for that.
Okay. It is Shael's turn. Now, I will say that you guys are close enough to see that Shael is... She's alive, but she has been through some shit. And the sleeve of one of the sleeves on her jacket has been completely torn off, and you can see a brand on her skin. Marcus, you are close enough to recognize what this rune would be. It is anti-magic and a rune that looks an awful lot like a rune of non-detection. But as the chaos begins, she is going to see if she can escape from being tied up.
Since we're in the telepathic bond, and honestly, it is kind of like, oh, I don't trust that. I don't know what that
Oh
means.
boy.
I will ask my question after this.
Oh no.
Keep her conscious, Cujo said. It'll be great for plot. Shael escapes her bonds.
Work.
She's a badass.
She's awesome.
Run!
Get out
Mhm.
now.
Shael, as Tremont is basically staring up at Winnie, she is like, "Oh, thank God, now!" And she like pops a bit of the rope that's been tied up, where she has been just, like scratching with every bit of ferocity that she could, and she was just waiting for the right time, and just she is going to fucking run 5, 10, 15, 20, 30. I'm going to say that is going to be her turn. She's going to spend her action to break free.
Really quickly, just so I don't forget to ask, because we're in a telepathic bond and like it is kind of, we joked about it being BG3, but we're literally in a bind able to talk about what we're doing next. So seeing if, as Marcus sees the brand, and we probably get that information, you said anti-magic. Does it mean that, one, it can't be dispelled, or does it mean she can't use magic while the brand is active?
She can't use magic while the brand is active. So all of her sorcerer spells, even her nature as a dragon-blooded sorcerer, is being suppressed. As she moves, her hair is actually kind of like a muted, kind of gross blonde right now.
I'm gonna kill him.
All right,
And
all right.
she's
I'm gonna kill him.
moving, but it's almost like she's trying to figure out how to move normally as her nature is being suppressed. Also, I see you, Raiders. Thank you so much for trusting me with your community. Welcome. This is gonna be fun.
Okay, cool. Then I'll just say really quickly, still, in the bond, Leo still just says, "I'll focus on getting the spell."
All right. That is Shael's turn. It is now the Blood Hunters. The Blood Hunters are not the happiest, given that they just dealt with a fucking circle of fucking death.
Oops.
It's fine.
And one guy needed.
One guy fully beefed it.
Jerry got yeeted.
Yeah.
Get good is what I have to say to them. Get good.
And did.
Let me see. What we
Or
got
get
from
gone,
there.
which we'd prefer if they just get gone.
Let's see. Number 3 is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, and is going to kind of peer through that gap in the stone to get eyes on Marcus. Marcus, I need you to make me a strength saving throw.
Happily, because fuck these peons. Okay, that is going to be a total of wrong page. There we go. It's gonna be 22.
Okay. As this blood hunter runs up, they take a dagger and slash at their palm and throw some of that blood. What the fuck is wrong with me? Blood on the ground in between the gaps of the stone. Shut up over here.
I didn't do it.
And you watch as it almost surges like a tendril along the ground and attempts to wrap around Marcus, but you just hear it snap as the blood curse of binding does not succeed, does not find purchase on you. Let's see. We gotta figure out what all these other guys are gonna fucking do.
When you get a chance,
Oh, I see you. I see you. Number 6 is going to spend his action to try to untangle himself from the tree, like you do. That's a 6. That's a 6. He's just like
really funny.
I just imagine he's upside down, arms up, his jacket's like over his face, and he just goes, "Guys, I need help."
I need you to understand. One of my all-time favorite things in any type of like supernatural medium is when someone gets telepathically eaten. Whether it's Regina from Once Upon a Time or Crowley from Supernatural, just move. So because him being
Move,
stuck
bitch.
after being eaten is my favorite thing. It's like, yeah, You might be wondering how I got here.
I
Also-
honestly, I keep using telekinesis when I do play BG3. If I don't want to deal with a boss fight, I just throw him off a cliff.
Also, I
That's
do like the
valid.
idea of like we get to the end of this fight and then like post credit sequence hours later, the guy is still in the tree, like, "Hey, is the fight over? What's going on?"
All
Maybe
right.
don't work with this sadistic bastard. I don't know.
Ah.
Question for Udazash.
Hi,
Actually, no, he goes right after your turn.
he does.
You had said that, and my
Yeah.
brain went, yeah, that's
don't
a
know-
good point to
Yeah, I don't
remember.
know why the
and then
bear is there before me.
I took my initiative.
There I go before the bear.
So, here's the thing. It is now Tremont's turn. Tremont is going to keep his eyes on Winnie before slowly turning to look at Marcus. Here's the thing, boy. You step into my forest, and you try to throw your weight around like you're somebody to be afraid of, but in reality, and as he starts speaking, his limbs and skeleton all start to pop, and you start hearing flesh rip as he grows in size, and his humanoid features shift and contort as he transforms into a goddamn nightmare. Tremont turns into a huge-sized werewolf with parts of his face that are contorted and changed and corrupted. His arms extend all the way to the ground with large, almost spear-length claws as he looks right at you. This is my yard. And he is going to let loose on Marcus. I'm going to go ahead and say that his concentration on the ritual, gone.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, he is going to move in close.
I'm also going to say wood.
Omega.
But you
Omega.
Same
you-
energy with Ketherick.
but
Wood.
you played I've forgotten the name of the Dark Lord of that domain.
Harkar.
Yeah, I mean you basically played this
I-
character.
yeah.
so,
Look,
yeah.
look, we've all been there when we've had questionable taste in partners. I also would the ball spawn priestess lady with the bloody knife. You know what I'm talking about?
Mhm.
I would need therapy afterwards, but yeah, I would too.
All right. He is going to use his Rend and Tear ability. This is going to be 2 claw attacks. Actually, where's my other d20? Just make this easy on myself. Where did it go? There it is. Will a 22 hit?
Yes, it will. He's striking, not grabbing, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
I will say, because both attacks are going to hit, the second one was a 24.
Mm-hmm.
Because both are hitting, you are going to be grappled at the end of this.
That being said, GM discretion, the armor gives me disadvantage against being grappled. So I
Okay.
don't know how that plays out.
Then I will go ahead and make a roll instead of just having it automatically happen.
Cool.
We'll keep the disadvantage. Let's see. If it's disadvantage. Hold on. What's your AC?
20.
Okay. So we're not going to be grappled. We're just going to do it that way because my brain is not braining tonight. Okay. Damage. You are going to take a total of 34 points of slashing damage as his huge claws just carve into your flesh, and his wolf face contorts in a broken smile, and you just hear that is his turn until he is going to use a bonus action after he claws into you for the second time, and just as you like reel back up like you're gonna hit, he just goes, bye. The dark corruption swallows him whole, and he is going to appear in a different spot. What was that you were saying?
How tall is he?
He is 15 feet tall.
Okay, I'm still over his head.
The boy's got jumps, I will say that.
That's fair.
All right. Udazash, we come to you.
Okay, so the good news is Udazash is super happy that the ritual has stopped. And so she has been frantically trying to figure out what to do instead. So, everybody who has a purple ring around them is prone, correct?
Correct, yes.
Okay, so she's got her bow out, and there's like this tactical, and then you hear her kind of weirdly swear in she'll probably swear in Sylvan, and then she's moving, but you watch her, the flavor of it is she dashes out of the trees, and she'll use all 40 feet of her movement to get here.
I will say, as you curse in Sylvan, you hear Corgren behind you in Sylvan go, language.
Oh, I know worse than that, trust me. She's going to get to there. And as she's saying, I know worse than that. And then she's going to continue to swear in Sylvan as the lightning is going to crackle around those swear words. And Corgren and Winnie and anybody else who hears Sylvan and understands it is going to hear some prime swear words that she's going to breathe.
Goddamn!
In a line and get C and E with her lightning breath. I need both of them to make dexterity saving throws, DC 14.
Okay.
And they'll take half damage if they succeed. What is it? 3d10.
Both are going to fail.
Awesome. Both of them are going to take 11 lightning damage. Not
well,
my best.
Might not be your best, but it did kill one.
Okay, I'll take it.
The second one, just you hear this werewolf scream and yelp as the electricity courses through their body.
Okay. I'm going to. That was all of my movement to get there. That was my action. Marcus, you've got to remove this gut shot in order to do things, and that's your action, right?
Yep.
Is that kind of your plan for the next round of stuff, or are you trying to do something else?
I'm trying to close the distance with one of my two primary targets, but unfortunately I'm going to have to remove the bullet at some point, or else I'm just hamstrung.
No, that's totally fine. Okay. I'm going to then peer over at Jack in the trees, lying on the ground, and I'm just going to kind of squint at him. And also in Sylvan, I'll just keep up the swear words. But one of those swear words is going to be my... Yeah. It's just going to kind of end... It'll kind of end with kind of a lame one, because this guy is lame in her opinion. So it's like been these hardcore, like, everybody is just sailor swears, and then looks finally at Jack and goes, "And ya piece of poo," and that's gonna be my hunter's mark. So I will be concentrating on hunter's mark and him, and that is the end of my turn, as it is my bonus action, and movement.
Okay.
And then it's the bear's turn. Larry, let me get down to where Larry is. Everybody ran away from Larry, and he's kind of sad. So Larry is going to use all 40 feet of his movement. And then he'll to 40, so he can go 80. So he's gonna get to there. And then it's not really on his character sheet, but I'm assuming this is something he can just do. He will stand up on his hind legs, and he's just gonna roar and try to distract some of these folk.
Okay.
And that's all he's gonna do. He's gonna move and action dash, and then just like you see in movies when they stand up and the spittle comes out and they're just and just like come at me, bro. Except it's a giant brown bear named Larry who was sleeping in a bag for who knows how long.
Go ahead and give me an intimidation check as Larry.
Okay. Why is his charisma so low? Lotsie, I'm so his charisma's a 7. What? That is not fair. All right, here we go.
To be fair, bears don't know how to flirt.
Okay, all right. So he rolled. So it's a 12. Yeah. His.
Okay.
He rolled a 14, so he got a 12. But he is a large-size brown bear who just came out of, as far as everyone was concerned, nowhere.
Yeah. I'm gonna say that the brown bear is now revealed to everybody. They are they're still focused, but they've now okay, I guess we just have a bear to kill too, I guess. What the fuck? Like, some of these blood hunters are like, I don't understand what the fuck. But you know what? It's fine. So, yes, if we wanted Larry to draw some attention, then yes.
Okay. But Lauren's kind of happy because I don't want Larry to die, but Udazash is definitely like, go Larry! And that is the end of our turn. Thank you very much.
All right. Back up to the top of the Initiative. We have Gren. Omega, I see your message. I will observe in a moment.
No worries.
20, 25, 30. And yeah, he can't. Well,
Grin.
Hey there, I'm thinking. Hold on. He is, you know what? He's just going to make some regular attacks right now because he knows he's at disadvantage because the enemies are prone. So he's not going to waste a spell slot right now.
He's yeah, I know that feel.
Yeah. What the hell? And he just starts swearing himself too.
Oh my gosh.
I mean, he's got range for days, so he could go after some of these guys, but no, I get it.
No, that one's gonna miss. Oh. That will hit. With the hit, he is going to attach a spell onto it. This one is going to be a lightning arrow. Actually, is that going to matter? I don't think it will because it's with it. That's more. Yeah, it's 20 feet away. Let's just do straight up damage. These guys are looking rough anyway. Well, it's not the best. A whole 8 points of damage with his regular ass shot, but it's 8 points of damage. Damage is damage. That's gonna kind of be his turn. Yeah,
we'll have that be his turn, just because I don't think positioning wise he's going to have the best advantage to do anything else. It is now Jack's turn. Jack, now on the ground near the trunk of this tree, is going to... Oh, damn. What the hell was that? 5 feet of movement is going to be spent to get up from prone.
Only 5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, rough.
Gunslingers, my friend. And he is going to move 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And let's do...
Two ladies.
Too late.
I've done the show, okay? So
It's so good. It's so good.
It's so good.
Also, how musically broken we all are. Oh. Everything goes back to a musical.
He is going to use one of his risk dice to recover some HP, because fuck that damage.
I'll do it again.
Do it.
And I'll do it again.
You wish you would.
Do it. I'll do it. It's
Do
given
it.
due.
Pop, pop.
I believe I said pop and or pop.
Oh. Pop.
Was there a community reference in the chat? What? Can I give inspiration points out?
All right, so it's 8 points of healing, which is not the best, but it's something.
Every hit point counts.
True story. Then he is going to make some attacks with these pistols that he has. He's going to stow the sniper rifle across his back and take out 2 pistols and aim them. We're going to say at Udazash. Uti.
Okay.
Yo, I may hate this guy, but he's starting to get cool, and I don't like that.
Gunslingers are just cool.
Listen, I love gunslingers in my other favorite martial class.
Will
play one on
an,
Thursdays.
will an 18 hit Udazash?
Yes.
Okay, then the 21 will also hit.
Yes.
The
Silver
first one we're
barbs.
going to resolve. Well, here's the question. Do you silvery barbs the very brimstony looking revolver or the straight up like handgun?
The brimstony looking revolver.
Okay.
The scarier of the two.
I mean, let me put this out there before you say that.
Okay.
Winnie would know that I do have absorb elements. I don't know. I'm assuming like we're hearing brimstony. Who knows what this thing will do? But
Yes, because brimstony could mean fire. It could also mean a whole host of other nasty shit.
it could. Listen, I'm just happy that you're helping. So anything you do will be appreciated.
I'm keeping it on the brimstone revolver.
Quick question then.
Yo.
Silvery barbs.
Hmm.
Does that give disadvantage or do I just re-roll?
Oh, hold on.
I'm almost positive you re-roll.
Yeah, I think you
Let me-
reroll.
Let me check as well. I just had it up. Sorry. I'm almost because that's the spicy thing about silvery barbs. It forces you
Yeah.
to roll again and take the lowest. Where you at? Silvery. So you are. Must re-roll the d20 and use the lower d roll. So it is a roll on top.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then it will still it's still going to hit. I rolled higher.
Yes.
So
Okay, it's worth a try.
Luckily, it's not you have to use a new roll because then you can accidentally crit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fair.
And then Marcus is going to get the advantage
Nice.
on that one.
Okay, good.
the pistol, the handgun, I should say. That is 15 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And then for that revolver, there and there. Jesus, shitty roll. That's another 8 points of piercing damage.
Okay.
And I believe that is going to be their turn.
I need.
There's
the
so much
message.
on this goddamn character sheet. Yes.
Yeah,
Thank you.
it's important now.
Okay.
The role playing I'll give while y'all read those messages is Udazash gets hit with those 2 bullets, and it hurts, but it's one of those in where she kind of picks out one of the bullets, and she knows what a gun is, and then really the smelly gun, ugh, and she just gives it a disgusted look.
Listen, we don't have access to the nice rose-smelling guns in the Hells. This is what I got.
Oh, it's just it's less about the smelling and more about the gun.
I get it. It's a quality thing. It's the best I got.
In the telepathic bond, seeing them now understanding what's happening with this gun wielding person. I think this is like the first time Leo's seen a gun. So he's just like, that's different. Don't like that, X. But we'll look back to Marcus, seeing Marcus is struggling. In the telepathic bond, he'll say, I can get it out. Hold your punches for just a moment.
Once I hear that, immediately I'm on board. I'm going to delay my action until after Leo's turn. Or delay my turn until after Leo's turn.
Okay. Also, hi, Raiders. Welcome in.
Hello.
Hello. Okay.
Hello.
So you are holding your action. It is going to be the werewolves' turns. For those just joining us, you jumped in on a crazy ass combat. It's gonna be great.
Yeah.
It already is great.
It's pretty darn cool.
Yeah, no, this shit's been
is great.
rocking.
Yeah.
All right.
There's bears. There's werewolves.
Just something about that description is fantastic. The D is going to spend half the moment to get up, and then they're going to do that thing that werewolves are known for. They're going to do some scratches and then end with a bite.
Wolf Marcus. Wolf Marcus. Wolf Marcus.
There, Warcus. Warcus.
I don't like that.
That sounds like
It's
my
happening
evil
again.
I reject all of this.
All
right.
Like, wow, I'm Warcus. Hello,
One of
Shael.
those-
I made bad breakfast. Wow.
Stop. One of those is a 13. The other one is going to be a natural 20.
13 is going to miss the 20. The natural 20 is going to hit.
Okay.
Do I have my reaction back? Nope.
Okay.
No.
Say, can I write something down in the chronicle, or is somebody going to cast everybody?
You said this is a scary combat.
Fair.
Let
Fair.
us do, but you get to write it down now because
Look, I'm saving
Don't
that
make
Rune
me-
of Asmodeus reaction for like a really big hit. Because I don't know what's going to happen.
Okay. So, that claw. Ooh, that is max on max. 27 points of slashing damage with that claw attack. And now here's the big one. Hiya. Will a dirty 20 hit Marcus?
I forgot. Do we do meat to beat or tie goes to defender?
Meat beats.
Yeah, then that's gonna hit.
Okay. I need you to make a Constitution saving throw.
We might get Warcus after all.
Marcus.
I just this would potentially be the second time that okay, never mind.
That what?
That's two. That's two.
I need to see something.
I'm just saying, I'm not trying to sway things that are happening, but he's always said that he's a hellhound.
I have.
Remember though, this is 2024 werewolf.
Make him a hellhound.
Okay, so I don't know what the DC is, but I know that I have a special ability that can help right now, and I need to know what the DC is.
So what is 2024 werewolf?
It is not a super high DC. It is 12.
Okay, it's 12. Okay, yeah, no, we're just gonna indomitable that. Okay. Y'all, I rolled a total of 11.
Oh, sweet Christ.
It happens. It happens.
It happens. And because I'm not ready yet for Warcus to happen, because I don't think Asmodeus needs a pit fiend werewolf hitman potentially working for him. That's a bit too main character syndrome. So
all right, now we need fan art of Warcus now because I'm sad that we're not getting it. I want Warcus. I'm a furry, apparently.
Okay, so with my Indomitable, that is going to be a 28 Constitution saving throw.
Okay, all
That's
right.
the only time I can use it until I take a long nap.
All right. You grit your teeth and resist the lycanthropy that is communed via the bite. You are going to take 11 points of piercing damage from the jaws wrapping around your arm.
Okay.
All right. So that is D. It is now C's turn. C is going to spend half their movement to get up. I'm going to move 5, 10. We're going to do the same thing with Udazash, which is the most confusing transformation that I can think of if Udazash gets lycanthropy.
I'm excited and nervous, and let's see what happens.
All right. Claws first. Is a 16 going to hit?
That is my armor class, so yes.
Okay. All right. So both of these are going to hit. Where did my D6s go? Right there. It's the first one. Take 9 points of slashing.
Yeah.
Oh, come on. And another 6 points of slashing.
Okay.
And here's the bite. Oh, 13's going to miss.
You will miss.
You take the 2 claw attacks and narrowly move out of the way of the bite.
Yeah, no, your mouth is full of all kinds of drool. Don't do that.
Well, it's sort of in my nature. I kind of have to.
No, you do not have to.
What?
Listen, if you can talk to me, then you can control yourself and not be biting people. Look at me. I have as many sharp teeth as you. I don't go around biting people.
Well, that's on you.
Well, that is because I am a refined individual and I just shoot you.
I have never ever needed a comic page to be made in my life. I need the panel to have chaos going behind them as they're arguing with each other. That is adorable. A is
She's so
looking
indignant.
rough. 5, 10, 15. I think
Are we doing another attempt at what a dragonborn turned into a werewolf will look like? Come on.
I mean, we could do that.
I mean, Udazash might die before.
Calm
that.
down. Calm down.
Yeah.
We will remove curses.
30. Curses?
Curses.
Do we have another one anywhere? Did I miss
I've
one?
always wondered what
Wasn't there
hair
4 of them?
feels like.
1, 2, 3, 4. Yep, we're good. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay. I got yours.
Leo, we come to you.
Leo is going to get 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. He's going to get there, look at this person, don't know them, they are whatever, but looks back to Marcus. And, okay. I apologize if this hurts. And as a bonus action, the thing that's interesting is he doesn't realize this is what happens. He focuses his energy. You see those tentacles begin to slightly convulse and shift, almost like the hair of Medusa, as they begin to kind of search around, feeling out this energy, this force around. And as they all turn and focus on Marcus, specifically on where that bullet is. You see him hold out his hand, and it's almost like, honestly, like kind of Luke in the Force. You see them starting to like get resisted or pulled back. You see him try to focus in, and as he does, that metaphysical field that's around everyone gets sucked away and forced into his hand. As a bonus action, I'm going to accidentally move into attack mode with my psionic mode, which is going to give all of my attacks and spells and features. Everyone does not have psychic resistance against me. And if I roll damage for a spell, I can expend a psionic die to reroll up to 5 of the dice. But as an action, I'm going to use telekinetic fling, which specifically uses ammunition. I'm going to pull the bullet out and then throw it to Jack.
That's awesome.
Shit.
Ouch. Ouch. Ouchie.
So that is my Cantripiana. So that's my action. I need to make an attack roll.
Do not.
Do I have anything with attacks? Great.
I think you should still have advantage.
Oh, I do have. Ooh, that's a 19 on the die and an 18. Not a crit, which is okay. But it's 30.
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to hit them with our own freaking bullet. It's going to be 3d10 plus 5.
That is so rude.
Damn.
Who said that monks? Who said that monks were the only people who could grab someone's bullet and throw it back at them? Now we got sorcerers, scions. They're just like, nope.
Yes.
I love it.
Yes, we love it. We stand it.
I'm going to reroll all of these. I'm going to use one because those were horrible. Oh my god, gang, it was bad.
It
bad
happens.
as bears.
It happens.
You sure you don't want to just leave him there?
I'm pretty sure. Do I need to? I don't think so. Okay, great. Oh, that is much better. Okay, 24. 29 points of force damage.
Shit. Okay. The bullet sails through the air and embeds itself in Jack's shoulder, and you just hear "oh!" as they are nearly knocked off of their feet. But now it's a little difficult to lift and move that arm. It's not a return to sender situation, fucko.
In deep speech, language.
I love that.
Yeah. I mean, I don't know how he feels about suddenly an illithid shooting him with his own bullet, but that's what happened. That's my action and bonus action, which then lets Marcus get their action economy back.
Yep.
And leave.
And PJ
Spectrum.
Spectrum.
Spectrum. F's in chat for Spectrum.
F in chat for Spectrum.
Diddly-dee-dee.
Yes, you are back. Well, you are, but you froze.
back. I'm
Yeah, we can see you.
Oh, thank
Oh,
God.
there we go. Okay.
Okay.
It's on you, buddy.
All right. So, as the bullet is out of me, I'm gonna look over at Jack.
I
You
see.
can't see me. Yeah. Okay.
He's here.
You might need to refresh real quick.
Okay. Should I do a quick refresh?
Not you.
No, I need to refresh. I need to refresh.
Okay.
You touch nothing.
Go Peach. Go Peach.
Okay, so my turn. So what I'm gonna do is I'm going to look over at Jack with gritted teeth and say, "Tu es infredimir," and I'm gonna use a bonus action. Oh my God, am I really losing again?
No. Baby. Hi.
No.
Oh my God. Sorry, I'm so scared. Anyway, so as I shout that, or as I growl that over at Jack, I'm gonna bonus action to do bonus wind because I'm so beyond bloodied. It is not good.
Second wind.
Yeah, second wind. Thank you.
I like bonus wind.
What'd I say? Bonus wind?
You said bonus wind, love.
Love
Yay,
you.
Bonus wind. It's been a day, my man.
It's all good.
So I'm going to heal 21 HP. Hold on. I love you, Robert Johnson, but I need to focus on violence right now. Okay, so that, and I have a thing called Tactical Shift, which means when I use bonus bonus second wind as a bonus action, I can automatically make a movement as part of that bonus action. So with that, I'm going to close the distance right up to Tremont. Bang. That should be enough. I'm no longer hampered.
Oh.
So I'm just mad at Jack saying, "Tu es un frère de merde." And as I go over to Tremont, I reach in. I'm going to fake like I'm with a feint, like I'm about to grab him by the face, reach into my pocket, pull out something, and make a big punch maneuver. But instead of actually punching him, I'm going to stick a scroll onto his body and activate the banishment spell on Tremont. And I look to him and I say, "Ain't in your yard anymore, couillon." And I need a charisma saving throw.
Shit.
Oh, I'm so glad I got back in time for that.
Oh, God damn it. Okay.
I've been sitting on that scroll for 10 goddamn episodes. I have no idea if this is going to work, but you know what? You know what? We're going to try.
It's worth a try.
It is.
You cast the spell, and for a moment his form and his arm reaches back and grabs your wrist. No. He rolled a 19 on the die for 22.
So with that, I'm going to use my reaction, which I've been saving.
Oh, fucker.
To impose disadvantage. As he reaches, I grab him by the wrist and I say, "No, mon ami. No, you're going away for a long time." Now, he could pull out some insane number with disadvantage and still do this. Chat, I'm shitting, chat. I am so nervous.
Tremont. I rolled a 2.
A 2!
He only has a +3 to his charisma. So the huge-sized, corrupted-ass werewolf just appears in a harmless demiplane.
So we got a minute.
I was about to say, which version of banishment is this?
This is, I believe, 2024. This is a good question because since he's a werewolf, does he count as a fae or a fiend in any version of that? I think it's aberration, celestial, elemental, fae, or fiend. I need to know for the spell.
Basically, it's if anything is from another plane, it gets popped back to that plane.
Yeah.
But specifically not dragons. And that's why I wanted to know.
He does not count as a fae or a fiend.
Okay, well in that case, yeah, he will be a harmless demiplane for the duration, while the other target has the incapacitated condition, so he can't even do anything while he's there for a minute. And the target reappears in the space it left, or in the nearest unoccupied space if that space is occupied.
He's gonna be so mad.
I don't know how long his werewolf transformation lasts. I don't think it's 1 minute. But that is my bonus action, my action, and with my movement, I look to Winifred. And I say, "You good, Winnie?"
We'll see.
Okay. Stay yourself, Shael. You're going to come back, and when he does, you're not going to like what he finds, because it's going to be you and me whooping his ass. But until then, I turn and I look at Jack, and I say, "I buried you once, couillon. I moaned you twice. We don't gotta do this a third time, but I will finish what Zariel started." And I'm gonna move over to Jack.
Okay.
Are you action surging it?
No, I didn't, because I didn't attack him. I cast a spell at him. I'm saving the action surge for when I lay hands on someone's head.
Okay. Well, Jack just sort of looks up at you. Your ego is so irritating.
Don't you love it, though?
All right. Well, that was Marcus's turn after Leo, because we held a turn. Winifred, we come to you.
I think Winnie's a little stunned because she was facing down one of her nightmares and then it vanished. And, well, there's still other shit on the field. So, she's going to turn and look at giant Marcus and this asshole with the gun and just, Marcus, darling, you mind? I just don't want to steal your thunder.
Oh, sorry about that. Go right ahead. I can probably finish up my business later.
Fair enough. Boom, guiding bolt.
Oh,
Right in
shit.
Jackson's face.
Okay.
I can't see. It's too dark in this goddamn office. Does a 22 hit?
Yes, a 22 will hit.
Yeah, I'm just gonna go ahead and do that at first level. So that's still gonna be 46.
Omega, I swear to God. I'm sorry. Oh, 4d6?
That's apparently still 46. That's what it says on D&D Beyond.
Guiding bolt is wicked, even at its first level. Is not
yeah.
to be trifled with.
It is the best single target spell in the game next to Eldritch Blast.
That is 19 points of radiant damage. And then the next person to smack him has advantage. So that's my action. As my bonus action, I'm gonna use Healing Light. Marcus, you said you were like past bloodied at this point.
Yeah, I'm back to bloodied after using my second wind. So you just see like just bleeding wounds and bleeding like stigmata out the eyes and hands. Like it's not good.
Jesus. Okay.
Look, he's a tiefling.
also-
Even when he bleeds, he's dramatic. Okay.
That's fair. Also, I do want to make sure, Lauren, are you okay?
I'm doing okay. I'm over bloodied, and I'm gonna have a chance to heal myself in a little bit. So go for Marcus.
Okay.
But I
just wanna make
appreciate
sure.
the ask. I appreciate the ask.
We're gonna go with 5 of these dice. Because I got 10 of them. And then if you want to, you can use your hit dice as well. Math. God damn it. I am so nervous.
Why?
Shut up. That is 20 HP back. Marcus, when he fucking slams Jax in the chest with a guiding bolt. And then she just looks at you and says, please, shut that motherfucker up. And you feel that soothing, cold, like, energy that is her healing power wash over you, and some of those god-awful wounds start to close up.
All right. Well, after Winnie, it is Shael, who... Oh, actually, she sees a way out. She is going to run 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. As she does, she is just bolting. Bloodhunter number 1 is going to see her.
No!
It is now the Bloodhunter's turns. Number 2 is going to, once again, look at Marcus. Look at giant-ass Marcus. I'm going to need you to make a strength saving throw.
$23.
Yeah, it's fine. It's fine. It's expected at this point. Another one of those blood tendrils tries to wrap around you and pin you into place, but you just sort of move your leg and you just hear that satisfying snap of those tendrils just completely turning to dust. Number 3, who had attempted this before. Number 3 is going to draw his great sword and is going to rush. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And is going to make 2 attacks. Now, because blood hunters have blood frenzy, because Marcus does not have all of his hit points, these attacks are going to be at advantage.
Yeesh. Me.
Will a 25 hit, Marcus?
Oh, yeah. Oh,
Okay.
yeah.
And how about Marcus, buddy? I am so sorry.
Oh.
This is my
God.
night, apparently.
Hey, you know what? We live for it like the dice tell a story, and if Marcus has to die, I have 2 backups ready.
He's not dying, silvery barbs.
Yes.
There we go!
I just started writing in the book.
Cujo, if I may.
Sorry. The Laffy Taffy call to me.
Yes. Cujo, if I may, every time you're about to write, put a dash put by it, like through it, and then put SB next to it, and count how many times SB has popped up in that book.
Let's cross that out. Because I'm guessing a 10 isn't going to hit Marcus. Oh my god.
Who
will
no
not.
longer has advantage?
Everybody's potentially got advantage on Jack if they want to hit that asshole.
I've still got advantage.
I do have a question.
Fucking Barbs with 2 goddamn characters is my goddamn nightmare. Yes? Hi.
I
What
do have a
question?
question. I have a question. This is. I'm sorry, Coach. This is not for you. Someone gave me advantage. I think last round. Is that still active?
If it was from Silvery Barbs, then yes, it stays until the next time you roll a d20.
Gotcha.
Have you rolled a d20 since then?
No, everything has just been thoughts and prayers.
Great. Then mine goes to Winnie, who just did a guiding bolt. So
Hell
you
yeah.
currently have an opening for an event. This is why we just pass an advantage back. Here you go. Here you go. Here you go.
Yeah.
Marcus,
Love
you're going
you,
to take.
Cujo.
Oh, I love you guys. This is great. This is exactly what I love. Hey, Sword and Key, thank you so much for the raid. I see you.
Hi, friend.
Hi. Welcome
Hello.
in. So, Marcus, you're going to take 14 points of slashing damage, and there was going to be fire damage until I rolled a 1 on the fire damage die, and you're resistant, so we'll just pretend it's just the 14 points of slashing.
Thank you.
It'd be great. So that was that. 2 did the blood curse. Number 1 sees Shael. 5, 10, 15, 20. She's going to have to make a strength saving throw.
Oh, God. She's a sorcerer.
Yeah.
Oh no.
Yeah, I know where I'm going next.
Marcus is awfully familiar with this. Those blood tendrils quickly slide across the ground, and Shael, who is running for her life, these almost like roots of a tree wrap around her, and she is immobile. She cannot move. She is restrained to that spot. And he goes, "No, no, no. Boss has got plans for you."
Fuck, he does.
What, right?
In the jungle, he must wait till someone rolls a 6 or 8. Jumanji his ass, okay?
Oh, I have to check on Jerry. Hold on.
I have to check
Uh,
on
For-
Jerry has
What a
watched.
sentence!
Jerry's watched everything that's happened and is living his best life out in the trees. He's
I
happy.
feel like, I feel like maybe he's having a change of heart. He's witnessing all of this nonsense and being like, you know what? Good.
For context, for those who have been joining us, Jerry got telekinetically yeeted into a tree and is tangled up in the branches.
Sure
we're
did.
going to see if he can get out. I swear to fucking God.
Nope.
Did you just not want to get
That was a 2 on the die, so that's a 5. It's a 5.
Sorry, get better.
He's gonna hang out up
wrecked.
there. He's just
Get
gonna
wrecked.
hang out up there. It's fine.
He's
All
gonna get
right.
a fear of vines, fear of air, fear of fear. He's just struggling.
Yep. He's just struggling. Up next would be Tremont, but he is currently banished. So it is Udazash's turn.
Excellent. Udazash is going to notice what's going on with the blood hunters, is going to figure that not only does Marcus deserve to pound Jack into the ground, but is doing okay, and Winnie's here, and all that's going on. So he's going to look at the werewolf in front of her and go, "You are disgusting, and I don't want to dance with you anymore." And as a bonus action, I'm going to cast Zephyr Strike.
Awesome.
Which means I gain some movement, but also my movement does not provoke opportunity attacks.
Awesome.
And I'm going to GTFO. And so it gives me 30 feet of movement, which means I can now move 70 feet. And I'm going to go to there.
When your movement speed is yes.
When my movement speed is, I want to go somewhere. And I'm gonna look over Blood Hunter number 1.
Mm-hmm.
And I have advantage now for days because I have an advantage from someone's silvery barbs. Plus, once before the spell ends, I can just give myself advantage because of Zephyr Strike. So I'm going to hit this guy twice.
Go for it.
I'm gonna try to hit this guy twice. Let's see what happens.
Here, sorry,
so.
chat.
My first, it's a 26 to hit.
Yep.
Okay. I am about to do Psychic, Radiant, Force, and Necrotic. Do I need to split any of that up?
Nope.
Excellent. So we're going to do that. And we're going to do that. And that. And we get Sneak Attack on him. And we get, I'm going to Grasp of Avarice, which will be a separate roll.
Does sneak attack still have the 30-foot range requirement? Or do they change that in 2024? Just curious.
I will look that up, and I hope
Okay.
not, because
That completely invalidates the build. We're going to do a
I have
house roll.
600 feet of range.
No, hold on. There's no specific range limitation for sneak attack when using a ranged weapon, as long
Awesome.
as a target is
Okay.
within the normal range.
Cool.
Yeah,
Okay.
I was like, whoa, no, there's never been a
Got
range
it.
of sneak attack.
I could have swore it was within 30 feet. Maybe that's my brain being braining.
If you
Okay.
don't have advantage, another enemy needs to be within 5 feet of that person.
Thank you.
Yes.
That's it.
Got
Yes.
it. Okay. Yeah.
That is, yes. Okay. Sorry. I
Sorry
had a
for the
moment,
blood pressure increase.
because I'm literally, wait, I have to be within 30 feet. I have a range of 600 feet. What are you talking about? Okay. So 29 damage plus 1d6. This is going to be proficiency bonus. It's going to be 5, 9 necrotic damage, which I will get back as health. Is he dead?
He is absolutely dead. He only had 20 HP left after Circle of
Perfect.
Death.
Perfect. As he
That's why
falls
I
to the
did that
ground.
first.
Yeah, as he falls to the ground, I'm gonna look past the body. So like, it's just like back of the head, just done. Look at Shael. Are you okay?
Oh, thank God. And as you ask that, the tendrils slowly just slough to the ground.
Bear
Much
is
better now.
Yeah, Bear is a friend. Go say hi to Larry. And then I'm going to look at, who is this? That's a werewolf. That's a werewolf. I'm gonna look at number 2, Blood Hunter number 2, because the werewolves, while they're scary, the blood hunters, I don't want them tangling anybody up. So I'm gonna look at number 2, and I'm gonna attack them.
All right.
That is a 21 to hit.
21 will hit.
Awesome. I won't get sneak attack because I already did that once.
Oh,
I only get it once per round. I get rounds and turns mixed up, but I only get it once this time. That's gonna be this and you and you, and I will Grasp of Avarice again because ow. What is that? I don't have Hunter's Mark up. So that's going to be 24 damage plus another 6, 7, 8, 9, plus another 6 necrotic that I will then heal.
that is 2 kills on 1 turn.
Excellent. So another one, just once again, like through where the heart is, just as cleanly and as quickly as possible. And as that healing comes, and I kind of stretch and feel a little bit better, and then look around, and then, okay, how long do we have before that big ugly thing comes back? And then I'm just going to set up for the next round, and I'm done.
All right. I think you have 9 more rounds.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
Up next is Cor Gren, who is...
Oh, actually, I'm so sorry. Larry needs to go.
Oh, of course. Can't forget
Uh,
Larry.
Can't forget Larry, because I just gave Larry an order, which is go protect Shael. And now that Shael knows, now that they all know that they are friends, that's what Larry's going to do. So Larry's going to use all of his 80 feet of movement and
Do
Get-
that terrifying bear gallop.
yeah.
You might have told Shael.
Seen a bear run? That
You
shit
might
is
have
scary
told
as fuck.
Shael. You might have told Shael that Larry is, friendly and nice, but that's still a bear dashing 80 feet towards her. So she's like,
Yeah. Larry was standing up, like roaring. He'll get down on all fours and start running, get to there. And yeah, I'm sure there's a moment where Shael's like, are you really? This is Udash telling me that a bear is. Are you? But then Larry will like Akira slide to a stop at that spot, turn towards werewolf number B. Oh my God. And it's a Friday. And brace and just like, you're a wolf, I'm a bear, come on, bring it on. And is going to
shit.
stand between the two of them because, yeah, you may be a wolf, but this is a large beast. So bring it on.
Shit.
And now my
All
turn
right.
is done.
All right. We are going to move back up to Cor Gren, who is going to move a little bit closer. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. And is going to let loose some arrows. The first one's going to be at C, who's looking a little rough. He is going to bonus action cast Hunter's Mark first. And he's going to hex. It's not hex. Why am I talking about hex? It
That's
is
me.
Friday.
It's Friday.
Same damage, same mechanic.
I mean,
Same
difference.
yeah.
All right. First strike. It's a 22 to hit, which will hit. That's a D8. Oh, where is my D8s? I had my dice organized, and then I lived, and then here we are. And then it's another D6 for the hunters. There, 4, 7. It's 11 points of damage to that one, which is not the best. He is going to, as a bonus action, he's going to let loose another shot. I just want to confirm something with some of these shots here. Got it. It does cast a bonus. Okay. So it's going to be another straight up arrow. 26 will hit for another 10. 14 points of damage to C, who's looking real rough. And as he takes that second shot,
Where'd the big guy go? I was kind of far back. Wasn't there a gigantic guy somewhere over here?
He's gonna be back.
Oh, okay.
and he just gets ready for another shot. Up next is going to be Jack. Jack. Oh, Jack. Jack is going to let loose some shots against Marcus with both of his pistols at melee.
Can the new gunslinger do that?
New gunslinger is broken the house down, boots, mama. Yes, God, I'm deceased.
Oh
We're gonna
my
start.
fuck.
It's
And
a lot.
and they can do that without having disadvantage on the attacks for being in close range. Oh, yeah,
I mean, that's also
honestly,
the
that
gunner
makes
feed
sense.
and firearm. Yeah, some of those things do the same thing too.
Yeah, yeah.
So we're just going full John Wick.
I mean, honestly, they deserve it. I think it's bananas that someone with a gun's like, "Oh, you're right in front of me." Like, come on.
Oh, that's what that was. Oh, egg on my face. Utazash, there should have been some additional damage from that scary revolver. So,
Okay.
Just we're not going to do that now. Just as more from my brain, I need to remember that.
Was
So
it
we're
fire
gonna-
damage?
No, it would have been piercing.
Oh, okay.
It is purely a vicious revolver.
Ooh, ha he ha 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 he, ha.
So we're gonna start with that. What the fuck is going
I
on?
don't know why that took me out. This is a vicious one. Ah.
Will an 18 hit Marcus?
It will not.
Fuck. He's gonna go for a second shot.
All right. Bring it on, couillon.
Will a 21 hit Marcus?
That will beat my AC. Yes, that will hit.
Okay. Oh wait.
I don't like that.
Because I don't know anything about this new gunslinger. I don't know if it's a fighter or a rogue base, so I'm very curious to see what's
It
about
is
to
its
happen to me.
own base.
Oh, I
Yeah.
freaking love that.
It's
Okay.
its own class.
About time.
That is going to be 18 points of piercing damage.
Mhm.
And because it is a revolver, your movement speed is going to be reduced by 10 feet.
Okay.
As you are going to be affected by the slow mechanic of the weapon mastery. I then want to look at my bonus actions to see if I can get the fuck away from you.
I do that too, except I just kill everything before they
Oh.
move.
Beautiful. I'm going to expend a risk die.
Mhm.
I love what this is called. To dodge roll out of the fucking way. He's going to move 15 feet away from you, which does not trigger attacks of opportunity.
Oh, heck yeah. Okay, cool.
5, 10, 15. And then he's going to use his movement, which is another 30. Yes.
Dodge.
5, 10, 15,
Parkour.
20, 25, 30. Get right about there. All right. So that is Jack. Marcus, we come to you.
Okay. He is.
I actually really like fucking Gunslinger. This is fun as shit.
This is
I
kind of
can't
dope.
help
I gotta
but
check this
be
out.
entertained by it.
It's really cool. I'm saying if we ever do a Pathfinder game, I recommend looking that up too, because that's also a great cracking time. So now remind me, the slow makes me lose how much speed?
10 feet.
Okay. Okay. Can I make a skill check to leap at him?
True Baldur's Gate 3 mechanic. Make me an athletics check.
Okay.
Get him.
All right. That's going to be a 24.
Okay. I'm going to say that there is going to be an attack opportunity from Bloodhunter 3
Of course.
with his great sword. Hiya.
Hiya.
That's not going to hit. That was a 5 on the die. What is your
He's like,
strength
"What?"
score right now? I know that there's
Uh,
rules for it. I'm just curious if it's going to
Sure. It is a 20 strength score.
Yeah. I'm going to say you can leap. Hold on. Yeah, you can leap 20 feet closer towards him. Fuck it. I'm just going to have it match strength score. I know that there's some weird convoluted rules for standing forward leap.
Okay.
Fuck it.
So I'm
Let him
gonna
do
say-
the Hulk thing.
Just
I,
let him do the Hulk thing.
I'm doing this diagonally, right? So that's 5, 10, 15, 20 would get me here, if that's okay.
Yes.
Might be doing my math wrong. Okay. So he pop, shoots 2 to my gut, does a badass barrel roll, and then sprints. As he's sprinting, I'm Hulk leaping to cut him off. The guy even tries to hit me, hits a good solid piece of my armor. I land in front of him. And there is... My hands just start to lift, and I look to him and I say, "Je t'aime, mon frère. Pourquoi m'as-tu abandonné?" And I'm going to unleash absolute hell attack action. I'm gonna hit him 3 times.
Okay.
So first hit. That is going to be, no, by the way, these are all haymakers. All 6 punches.
I'm sure.
All 6 punches to his dome are about to be haymakers. So that's going to be 23 to hit.
23 will hit.
Okay. Second one. That is going to be, that's another 23 to hit.
23 will hit. Jesus.
Third strike. Oh, okay. That's going to be,
But you have
20
advantage on at least one of those.
Oh, yeah, you're right. Okay, hold on. Well, I'll save that because I rolled 19 die face, so that is going to be a 26 on the third one.
For that one, I'm going to use a risk die. It is going to be the maneuver Skin of Your Teeth.
Mm-hmm.
So we'll see how much his AC goes up. What was that last hit? What was the roll?
20, no, it was 19, 26.
Jesus. It didn't matter. Yeah, it still hits.
Okay. Then, bonus action, I'm going to do the other 3.
Ooh. Okay.
Fighters don't rage in theory. So with advantage, that's going to be another 26.
Jesus criminy. Yes.
Out of advantage on that. 2 more. Okay, that's going to be a 19.
19 is going to miss. Thank God, because of that Skin of Your Teeth roll that I made, which is
And
the gunslinger's shield.
That's good. And this is my last punch, I believe. Okay.
Oh, fucker. No, it's that one hit. It was only against that one attack.
Okay. So then my last one is going to be 18. Does an 18 hit as well?
18 will hit.
So if I'm doing my math correctly, that's all 6 punches?
Yup.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
It was really fun building this character. I'm really glad he was a one night only special.
Yep. Can I get a strength saving throw for this first hit? Am I doing this right? Yeah.
I mean, he got to do a lot of his really cool stuff.
Yeah.
He got to distract Marcus with
Yeah.
backstory stuff.
That was fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, nothing for strength. And he's not a particularly strong boy. That's a 3.
Oof.
Very first punch, haymaker. It's not even like hip turning, like professional boxing. This is overhand rights, pure emotion as it comes up and down, and as it's kind of cresting, 2 fiery snakes intertwine as the rune of Fledgethoth rips off my hand and bites into him. Now it is fire damage.
Okay.
However, with the fail that he just rolled, he is restrained for 1 minute.
Okay.
If he does not die, he is still mine. So first strike will do, let's see, that is 18 plus the, where's my attack? Can I get my attack, please? There it is. And that is going to be a bonus. Okay, so that is 15, 25, 33 damage for the first strike.
He's alive.
Okay. Now no more fire rune on this. No more Fledgethoth. This is just okay. That's not much, but that's going to be 5 lies. That's going to be 20 bludgeoning magical damage.
That'll
The
do.
second one.
Okay.
Ooh, that's better. Well, that's way better. That's going to be 28 bludgeoning damage on the third.
Okay. I want you to know
Mm-hmm.
before you do the thing.
Yeah.
He is going to use, just to spite you and make you work just a little bit harder,
Of course.
there's a gunslinger ability called Cheat Death. When you're reduced to 0 HP and not killed outright, you can drop to 1 HP instead, and you regain 13 HP.
Okay.
Bonus death ward? Just a bonus death ward. Just for
Spicy.
fun.
He's just like, I could do this all day.
And
Fucker.
so the first 3 punches, overhand, bam, he's now wrapped in a cage of burning snakes. The second hand comes up with this wide, walloping hook, and then it's just a double axe handle crack. And as he does that, says, I can do that all day, I say, go on, Freya. I'm just getting warmed up. And I come in with another huge overhand left right to his face.
How much damage do you do?
This one is going to be so that's gonna be 30 bludgeoning damage.
Oh,
Yeah.
I have 2 more.
Oh, he's dead.
Oh, Marcus doesn't care.
Okay, cool.
Oh, buddy.
When that overhand left, has anyone ever seen a cage fight?
Yep.
So you know that some fights you get the swollen eye, the cuts, the bleeding, the puffiness. But sometimes you get a broken nose that's just Picassoed real bad.
Oof. Blah, 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 blah.
Jack looks like a Picasso where the canvas was bowing inside. And with that, when he goes down, Marcus just crawls right on top and just keeps throwing blow after blow, screaming, you were my brother. You were my friend. We were children. They took us from our parents. You were the only one I had, Jack. You and Tommy and Dustin and Jesse, and she took you from me. And you think that makes you right because you somewhere better? You were the only friend, Jack. You were the only home I had. And you think you're better? Why did you abandon me, Jack? As the hands just keep raining craters into the dirt. And eventually, he has to just pull himself off, shaking. And he looks over to the werewolf. That man I called a brother, me. You don't want to know what I've planned for you.
Which one are you talking to?
Werewolf A.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Just immediately uses his reaction to fucking move.
Nope.
It is the werewolf's turns. Marcus, give me an intimidation check. I'm going to say with advantage.
Get him.
$17.
5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 30, 35, 40, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50. He's gone. Five, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35, 40, 45, 50, 55, 60. 5, 10, 20, 25, 30.
Not that it's necessary, but as Marcus is done with this bloody violent display, you can see there are tears streaming down his face, crying, ugly crying, a cry that's been needed to happen for maybe 10 years.
Okay.
And yeah, and when no one else is around except the other blood hunter, he just goes, I guess it's just you and me for this dance then, eh, Mona me?
Well, that depends on Leo,
It does depend on Leo.
because it is Leo's turn.
Leo doesn't know context. Leo's heard a little bit about Marcus's. I mean, not even a little bit. He knows that Marcus's had some issues in the hells and the hells and and the machinations of Zario and things, but still not really knowing more than just what has been said. So seeing Marcus in this state actually scares Leo. And there's a look of fear mixed with uncertainty, like, who is this person? are we the monsters that we are claiming we are killing? But not seeing this person, does it look like these werewolves are leaving for good, or does it seem like they're just getting away?
They are running for dear life.
Okay. Then what does this blood hunter look like?
He looks rough. He's still standing. He's holding his sword, but you can tell he is doubting.
Okay. I'm gonna honestly, I think he slowly walks over to Marcus. Like gets 5'10", gets about 15, looks to this blood hunter next to him, again, full illithid, angry. There is almost a reverberation coming off of him as he's in this offensive mode, the psionic power, not seeking to protect, but to destroy, disrupt. He looks over in a deep guttural tone. That one breaks your face, I break your reality. Run, or neither will happen.
Make me an intimidation check with advantage.
Did you say intimidation?
Yep.
Okay. I don't know why I just became that off, folks. 19 on the die, which makes that a 19. Oh, no, actually, I never get to do this. Whoa, I will use our psionic die.
Ooh.
I picked this up on purpose.
Get it.
For my devilish tongue. When taking the influence action, which would be an intimidation, I can expend and roll one of my die and add the number to the roll. So that's actually going to be Okay, 26.
He loosens his grip on the sword and very clearly looks like he is ready to run. Here's what I'll say at this point. Because you have disabled Tremont for the moment, and because all of his friends are running or dead, at this point we can hop out of initiative. But we are pushing 4 hours and 20 minutes for a session. And I want to make sure that this next part where you face off with just Tremont, which I will tell you, he is a CR 17 monster.
And he still probably has most of his tricks. I think
does.
he only used one of his legendary resistances, so
Yes.
And I mean, like, I burned a I don't think he's taken any damage yet. Sorry, I don't think he's taken any damage. He has no
A
reinforcements.
little bit.
he's taking a little bit of damage, but not much.
Yeah.
Here's what I'm going to say. We are going to finish this combat next episode, if that's okay with everybody. Because we are pushing into the later hours. I want to make sure people can get sleep. As much as I love D&D, and I'll play all night. Affinity Chris is in the chat. He used to be a part of my old gaming group. He knows we gamed for 8 hours straight at one point. We are in our upper years. We want to make sure that we can be
Reminds
healthy.
me. Oh, come on.
So, to chat, thank you so much for tuning in. Thank you to all the people who rated. Holy crap. Hi, everybody, and welcome to Critic Chronicles. If you like TTRPG actual play content, this is a channel focused on it. Before I do the whole spiel talking about how fun the show is, I'm going to go ahead and hand it off to our fantastic cast. Let them know who you are, who you played, where we can support you, and you know what? Say some trash talk about Tremont, just for fun.
I'm Lauren Urban, she, her. You can find all the stuff I'm doing at my website or my Blue Sky, lauren-urban.com. Udazash has no trash talk against Tremont, but she will absolutely trash talk. First off, really? Guns? They smell, they jam, they're just the worst. No wonder that you are just the worst and you got pummeled because guns are just awful. And also, werewolves, you just want to bite everybody because you want to turn everybody else into werewolves. It's, of course, you like, it's a one-trick werewolf, I guess. You're not a pony. You wouldn't be a pony, you would be a werewolf. But it's very boring, very boring. Stop biting people. It is unsanitary. Thank you.
The newest monster added to the monster manual, werepony.
Also, if you're going to try to bite me, at least succeed so we can find out what happens. Now I'm done. Thank you.
Hi, everybody. My name is Omega, also known as Crit Bard. You can find me many different places this week, including the newly partnered Sir Pfeffers. Well, we won't be on Eve of Ruin next week because I guess it's 4th of July.
We'll be on.
We'll be on. But yeah, just check out my socials, more importantly, because some really cool things are coming up. Including things at Gen Con and other cons and stuff. Trash talking, he doesn't trash talk. I think with the werewolves running, I guess.
Can you please grace us with what Leo's trash talk would be?
Okay. You chose a beast, and they say the beast have the weakest minds, and I control minds. So does that mean I control you? And if I don't control you, then can I at least buy you some deodorant? I have a black card for that.
Catch Leopold at WrestleMania.
5-star promos.
How much do you?
It doesn't have a credit limit. Oh, okay.
That's good. That's good because there's no limit on the amount of deodorant you would need.
You're like the $10 million man, but you're like the $10 millennial man. You're just like you stinky poo poo,
no.
and I don't like you.
You think?
Hi, hello, good evening, folks. You can call me Laura or Tutu or Laura Tutu. My pronouns are she, they, and tonight I've been playing your traumatized celestial warlock / divine soul sorcerer. If you want to see what other nonsense I'm up to, the easiest thing to do would be to check out my website, lauratutu.com. Obviously, I'm here on Fridays. On Wednesdays, you can find me with Rebels Without a Castle for the Stone Lord's Folly. Every other Thursday, you can hear my voice on The Road to Hell, the newest Hunter the Reckoning podcast, along with Cujo there, for Queen's Court Games. And at this point, the only con I'm probably going to be at is PAX U, so I'll see you in November.
Hello, everyone. My name is PJ McGaw, and you can find me all over the internet at PJ McGaw. All the socials. If you see the bearded face, you're in the right place. You can find me here Fridays, including July 4th, for Critic Chronicles Shadow over Baldur's Gate. You can also go to Most Extreme Ranking Challenge on YouTube and watch me try to guess what words in Portuguese are. It's not very. It's funny, but I'm not very good at it. So if you want to watch me get punished and have a good time, go over to YouTube, type in Most Extreme Ranking Challenge. You can see my face again in the right place. Also, if you happen to be in Pico Rivera on July 26th and happen to want to go to a wrestling event, I'm a guest of honor, which is weird but awesome. So go check out, I think it's like Saturday Night Heat, this wrestling promotion that I'm going to be guesting at. So go check that out. Look for my socials for more details there, other crazy stuff. Look at Alt Haven for the Noirville universe and many, many more. Go to my socials for more details. And if I had to talk smack to Tremont, I think Marcus would say something like, you think you're just a big wolf in a big forest. You are nothing but a little dog in a big yard. That's now mine.
Oh, yeah. Your mother.
Oh, yeah, and you suck a butt.
But oh man. Well, I am Cujo. I have been your chronicler for this evening. I've also been bullied by these players. I'm just kidding. No, I love this game. I love combat sessions so much. I like pushing the boundaries of seeing how crazy and fun it can get. So With that in mind, you can catch me all over the internet as either Kuja plays games for my personal stuff, including some pro wrestling highlights from my last few months of wrestling. Or you can follow Critic Chronicles, so you can keep up on all of the highlights, future campaign announcements, that sort of thing. Tuesdays, we are running Bitten, our zombie apocalypse Dagger Heart campaign, which is not sad or heartbreaking at all. It is very much that. Fantastic cast. Wednesdays, you can typically see me over at Nerd Immersion playing some D&D. With the summer happening, just be prepared. We might have a couple of weeks off. And then Thursdays, you can catch us for Tales of the Valiant, sponsored by Kobold Press and the Kobold Creates program. So if you are in for some more ridiculous fantasy content, then by all means come and tune in. But again, thank you so much to all of the raiders for trusting us with your communities. We appreciate you so much. We are going to go ahead and get a raid going. We are going to raid Pantsless Tables, who are also playing some D&D, and I hope that they have that VTuber character thing of literally just a pair of pants, because that was still the funniest thing ever. But yes, thank you all so much for tuning in. You're loved. You're appreciated. Please be nice to each other, and we will see you guys next time. Good night, everybody.